station, boys and girls. It's time for Blame and Phable and his amazing friends.
We take our passions and our fandoms and turn them into conversations with you.
Station. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Blame Phable and his amazing friends with Nick Comic Culture and Dr. Doom's Fan Club. How is everybody doing tonight? TGIF, man. Thank goodness it's Friday. But without further ado, please help me welcome Brother Joe.
Station.
Some
of you may have heard of this. I hope you like it. Walking down the street, smoggy-eyed, looking at the sky, starry-eyed, searching for a place, weary-eyed, crying in the night, teary-eyed. Don't you know that is true, that for me and for you, the world is a ghetto. Don't you know that is true, that for me and for you, the world of Bobby De La Ghetto.
Hey!
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Awesome, dude.
That was beautiful, Brother Joe.
That's for my bro.
That's amazing, my brother. Thank you as always, Brother Joe, for singing us in. I know that you had a good week this week, my brother. How have you been?
Can you tell?
Yeah, I can tell.
Look, the number right here means more than just the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Well, yes, thanks again for joining us tonight, Brother Joe. I heard you're staying for the show. That's what you told me earlier.
Oh, man, I'm backing out because I got nervous.
What are you talking about? You need to meet our guest, man. He's
come back to talk wrestling, Brother Joe. Come back to talk wrestling.
We will. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Bobby, take care of Bobby, my brother, man. He's a good dude.
Of course.
Oh,
yeah. So, like Brother Joe's talking about, first of all, welcome to Blame Phable and his amazing friends with Nick Comic Culture and Dr. Doom's Fan Club. How's everybody doing? Of course, Brother Joe's alluding to our special guest tonight, Bobby De La Ghetto, a longtime friend of mine now, because I've known him going on 3 or 4 years. So, yeah, so happy to have him on. He's such a great community member. But before we get to that, I just want to say what's up to my co-host, Nick Comic Culture. How you doing, brother?
Thank God it's Friday, man. It was a long freaking week, dude. It was a long week. And I'm off like almost all of next week, starting Tuesday. I had to come in for Monday. And so I'm just like so ready to get this weekend going and just take off next week, man. I'm so happy to be here. Good to see you guys.
Oh yeah. Of course, I'm always joining. Well, he just started joining us, but this is his second show with us. I'm talking about Stu, Dr. Doom's fan club. My brother, how are you?
Station, man, I'm good. Show number 3. Show number 3.
This is number 3? Okay.
Yeah, this is number 3.
I'm sort of scatterbrained myself this week.
No, you good, man.
My apologies. But yes,
I'm good though, man.
How was your week, man? How's it been?
It was all right, man. The wife's been sick. It's kind of been up and down, but yeah, I don't know. Things are looking up now here at the end of the week. So yeah, good enough.
Yeah, well, positive vibes to the
Stu
household, the Dr. Doom household. Hope the wife feels better, brother. Hell yeah! But thanks for joining me, because
absolutely, man.
You know, I'm pretty sure she could use you right now, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
She'll be all right. She'll be all right.
Pay for that later.
Well, yeah, man. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody in the chat, man. Of course, but I have 2 more PCP Army Bad Batch members that are joining us tonight. So let me bring them in before I get to the chat. First of all, I got my brother, the man from Death by Dollar Bin. I'm talking about Taqi 616.
The great one.
Okay. Glad to be back.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Good to see you again, man.
I got Stu's number wrong. Are you on here the 3rd or the 4th time?
Yeah, me and Stu are tied.
You're
tied. Okay.
Talk's running even.
Tag, man. I say tag anytime he wants to jump on, brother. He's always invited. Always invited.
Hey,
appreciate
Phable.
Absolutely.
Sounds like this is the place to be.
Oh yeah,
yes,
it's Friday night, baby.
Amen.
Oh yeah, but Taq, man, how was your week?
Oh, it was rough. It was rough. Yeah, and
week.
Yeah, it was a really stressful, long week. Tuesday felt like Friday, and it just kept going.
Man.
So.
Oh yeah, well,
I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad it's over, and
yeah, exactly. Hopefully, we can just hang out.
Start to decompress.
For sure.
But I'm also joined by somebody that hasn't been here in a while, but is just like always been a part of this show since the beginning. I'm talking none other than the return of Missing Link.
Oh boy.
Station.
What up, fellas?
What up, bro?
No, my brother.
For one thing, Phable, you didn't get the memo. You got the name wrong. He changed it this year from the Missing Link to the Strongest Link.
Oh, okay. I like that.
There you go.
Well, I changed it.
You changed it?
Might go along with it.
Okay.
Brother Joe, I love your laugh.
Oh yeah. But Stef, man, how you doing? How was your week?
It was a week. I can't say it was too up or down like you guys, but it was a week. But it's Friday. Here.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. Well, again, thanks everybody for joining us. Let's get to the chat. Let's see who's hanging out with us tonight. First up, we got my brother, Dimension Slip, is in the building saying, friend from across the pond here. Have another fantastic show. I'll need to watch on catch up. Stay excellent. Hell yeah. Thanks for leaving that comment, brother. I know they're like 5 hours ahead, so it's got to be like 2 or 3 in the morning over there. So thanks a lot, man. Dimension Slip always supporting the show.
That's the homie.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
We got our brother Manny in the building saying, just finished Nick at Night. Time to settle in with the best damn pop culture talk show.
Oh,
let's get it, brothers.
Yeah, boy.
I told you.
What up?
Station. Thanks,
love you, man.
What's going on?
Thanks, brother.
We got our brother John, Comics with Kids, in the building saying,
what up, John?
Dang. Bobby G on the show, this should be epic. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I was on with John talking Immortal Hulk last night. Shout out to John. John's the best.
Hell yeah. I was like, man, he didn't invite me to that one. I was kind of sad.
You gotta get in the group. He's got a reading club, bro. You gotta get in the chat.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
just hit him up.
okay. I'll hit him up. I'll hit him up.
Hit him up.
You gonna do Kamagories soon?
Yeah, that's
Do what now?
You gotta do Kamagories too. Kamagories?
Who?
Comic Gories.
Kamagories, his old show.
Oh no, I'm not built for that, dude. My collection is entirely too disorganized, and I would get smoked in. I would get smoked in the first round. Yeah, I might get lucky and catch a ride, but I don't think I'm lasting very long. No, not at all.
Nick, this is a new year.
I don't want to hear what you're about to say, but no. I paid my dues, Brother Joe. I paid my dues, sir.
Oh my God. We got Eric, the stash, the ranch in the building saying,
what up?
What's going on?
He's not doing nothing.
Oh yeah. We got my brother Rogue collecting in the building station. Everyone,
bro, what up?
Friday, y'all. Hell yeah. We got friend of the show. Chet is in the building. New national anthem. Congrats, Chief. What's good, fellas?
What up?
Station. Hell yeah, Chet. Station. We got our brother, Chill Out Man, in the building. Saying it ain't Friday till I get paid. Station, let's start the show. Hell yeah. We got the best guys.
Now everybody just chill out, man. He's here.
Come on, Stu, don't be like that. I acting like you have a serious case of the sadness.
She'll got to keep bringing up that movie. I don't know why. But
yep.
You'd be having way too much fun with it.
All right, my brother. So, of course, we always try to have a guest on this show, and tonight's guest is, like I said, he's a personal friend of mine. He's a brother of mine. He's a crewmate of ours. He's part of the PCP Army Bad Batch. But other than that, he's a great artist. One of the things that I love about Bobby is his art, and he can draw and stuff like that. He can paint, things like that. But what he does really cool is he takes any items, little statues, toys, things that he finds, and he repurposes them and remakes them into pop culture related things like comic books. There, Brother Joe's got a piece he's holding up right now. Let me highlight you, Brother Joe.
This did not look like this when Bobby found it. This did not look like this when Bobby found it, but he turned it into Deadpool with the Chiefs logo.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And the best thing about all of that is that, Bobby's message behind doing that kind of thing is to be like eco-friendly, right? Like he loves saving the environment in any way he can. So this is a main reason why he takes a lot of these, what people would consider junk, right? Or throwaway things. And he makes them into these cool statues. And
one of his favorite characters on Sesame Street was Oscar the Grouch. So, he'll pick up anything and fall in love with it. And change it into something else.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So let's get our brother out here. Let's celebrate the great Bobby Della Ghetto.
Boom.
Asian, bro.
Asian family, how y'all doing?
What up, Bobby?
What's up, bro? Good to see you.
Great to be here. Great to be here, man. At my age, it's great to be anywhere. But hell yeah, surrounded by my brother, all my other brothers. Yeah, yes, Asian. Love you guys, man.
Yep.
So, Bobby, man, I've known you for quite some time now, right? We've known each other for about 3 or 4 years now. I would say we're pretty close, right? We talk most days and stuff like that. So I talk to you more than I talk to my family, I tell you that much. But I've always wanted to highlight your talent, right? Because I think you're a very talented guy. This repurposing of items that you do and making them into art pieces. When did you start doing this?
Oh shit! Probably about 10 years ago or so. Yeah, man. When I became when I got my cosmic awareness. Yeah, I kind of went a little bit crazy and stuff. Yeah, I kind of went a little bit mad. And yeah, you know, I mean, I decided I would like to do. I always like doing art, but I decided, you know, I just decided I'm going to use what I have around me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have all fancy, you know, everything at my disposal. So I'm going to use what I have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I went from there. Yeah. That's just what I do. Yeah. You know, I want to transform it into what I like exactly and stuff. Yeah. I don't know if it's so much art or I just can't leave well enough alone. I think sometimes
a little of both, right? A little of both.
A little of both, yeah.
but
from
like
changing Venus de Milo into a visible girl, I mean, that's got to take some kind of distance, some kind of like, I see this statue with a Roman Venus de Milo, and now I'm going to turn it into a Fantastic Four character.
Right.
So where does that come from?
Oh yeah. I have the same question. Like, when did you like? How did that idea even hit you? You know, do you remember the first time you were like, man, I'm just gonna transform this thing into something? Because you take Pez dispensers, you've taken G.I. Joe dolls. What just inspired you that first time?
It's just like I said, I think I went a little bit out of my brain. You know what I mean? I just started doing things, and I don't know, it's always been part of me, but like those Pez dispensers, I started finding them, you know, they had them at the Dollar Tree. So I started picking them up and I said, I want to make this into something, my own thing. And I did it. And when I show it to somebody and they like it, you know what I mean? If I ever get a positive reaction, if it makes you think or, you know what I mean, then I think I did a good job. You know, I'm happy, you know, if I can get an emotion out of somebody, then I think I'm doing something, right? I think I'm creating something, right? Yeah. There's only 2 good classes I did in school that I enjoyed. That one was art and the other one was music. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm always.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about us, which my mom doesn't get very much credit, she had an artistic background. You know, when you have that feeling in you, you let it out. So she's always had a musical artistic background, and if we got a gene or not, I don't know, but you guys gave me the power to do my thing, and she gave Bobby the power to do his thing.
Oh yeah, and do his thing. He did.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
I think most of us on the team have an art piece from Bobby. Damn, I should have took my piece out.
I need to get Steve, man. Steve's on my list. Yeah.
Oh, still okay.
Stu just dipped.
Yeah. He took offense.
He'll be back in.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Bobby, thanks for joining us tonight, man. It's an honor to have you on the show, to finally feature you. You know what I mean? I always look for an opportunity, like I said, for you to spread your art. I think a lot of people in the community, if you haven't subbed up to Bobby Della Ghetto on Instagram, please look him up. He's awesome, great account, always showing, and you know, he has an awesome collection as well. It's not just about the art.
Oh yeah,
his comic book collection is insane. I mean, he won't say that, but we will say it for him. His comic book collection is incredible, and I'm pretty sure he's got something for us for the blaming later to show off. So hell yeah, man! Thanks for joining us again, once again, Bobby.
Hell yeah! Thanks for having me, guys. Station.
Here comes Stef. There you go, my brother. Station.
Back on the laptop. Yep. Good to go.
So, Brother Joe, are you gonna dip?
Yes.
Don't do it.
Oh, man.
What?
No, I'll stick around for a while, but once my doggy gets riled up, I'll have to dip because I gotta take her out.
Deal.
All right.
You know you're cutting into my SmackDown, so
I knew Ronda Rousey had something to do with it.
Oh man. All right, man. Let me just get to the chat real quick. Just a few more people joined us. We got our sisters Melanin and Manga in the house.
All right.
Love you, Bobby. Have fun, y'all. Hell yeah. We got our PCP Bad Batch brother Verno in the building.
Oh,
What up, man?
Looking good, everyone. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Let's see. All right, so let's get to the news, guys. Of course, we cover pop culture news in here, and we had a bunch of stuff to cover. So let's get right into it. First, let me bring up the brand here.
Hey.
What happened, Brother Joe? What were you going to say?
I just wanted to say before, if it wasn't for you guys holding my hand during Verno's show, I wouldn't be watching all the way through because you know me and horror and scary, but as long as you guys are there giving your commentary, I can hang along. I can hang. I got my popcorn and my drink, and I'm just sitting there like, oh shit! Whatever.
Hell yeah! If you're into horror movies, anybody in the chat, go sub up to Blood Splatter Chatter, man. He does awesome shows every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Blood Splatter Chatter YouTube channel. Great reviews, guys.
One of the best voices on YouTube too.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! But let's get into it, guys. Unfortunately, well, first of all, not unfortunately, I'm gonna start with this bit of news. First of all, MegaCon. MegaCon is on and popping. Started today. A bunch of our friends are out there right now having a bunch of fun. So I just wanted to just share some pictures because they've been sharing their pictures on social media, and I've been so freaking jealous. I see all these people hanging out, and I'm like, God damn.
Man. That's why I be with those cons,
So yeah, let's just check out a couple of the stuff they've been sharing on IG. Here we got Damien, Sleepy Reader, and that is
Spillio.
Spillio, yeah.
Yep. They're over there.
Oh man, I would have loved to be here with these guys.
They're out there chilling at Hooters.
This is Robbie, and that's Jay Lee, right?
Yeah, Jay Lee's in the middle with the Vertigo shirt. Kevin's on the far right, and then Mike is in the back there.
Wow.
With Robbie, of course, up front.
My favorite part about that was like when Robbie said Jay Lee likes blueberry pancakes. That was so great. That was so
Yep.
Amazing moment.
They met him at IHOP, bought him dinner, and he ate dinner with them, and they chilled out. It was pretty funny.
Yep. First day.
Yep.
Then they got Bueller, Spillio.
Yep.
Robbie.
Yep.
Awesome picture right here. Hell yeah.
And then I'll blow this one up a little bit because you can't really see. But Robbie and Bueller went on the little slingshot.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is awesome, dude.
Those guys are living life right now.
The two amigos right there. We got Damien and Bueller.
Yeah.
Sleepy Reader.
Nice.
Imagine.
Hello.
That's Cantonese Comic Kid.
Yep.
With an Elvira model there.
Man, I didn't even see
obviously
Cantonese comic.
Vampirilla.
Yeah, right. It's
he's there
obviously
somewhere.
changing his life. You can see it live on his face that his life is being changed.
Brush right there.
Yep.
And this one's pretty cool. Yeah.
Comic
Time.
Robbie.
Oh yeah. Crash down. Get that.
Two of the best heads of hair in the business right there.
Titans of the industry right there.
Yep.
So,
that's all we got so far.
Yeah, I just wanted to show that off because I thought it was pretty cool that they're sharing all this stuff. And this is just from the last day, guys. Like, Saturday and Sunday hasn't even hit. I'm almost contemplating not going on my social media so I won't get like insanely jealous, like or insanely jealous or deeply depressed.
Well, you better, if you haven't gone to anything, you better put it on your bucket list.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. For sure. We're trying to make this happen next year for sure. Absolutely. One of them.
Bobby has taken me to quite a few. And now they're getting so much bigger and more fantastic than ever. That if it comes to your city, I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, man, let's get into the first bit of news, and this one's a sad one, guys. And this one just came out today, man. I just found this out like midday. But yeah, actor Carl Weathers has passed away. at the age of 76. He died peacefully in his sleep this past Thursday. Carl Weathers, as you know, has appeared in multiple classic movies, such as the first 4 Rocky movies, Happy Gilmore, and the Predator. He even played a version of himself on the hit show Arrested Development. I don't know if you guys ever seen Arrested Development.
I don't know.
But he played himself on that show. He was Carl Weathers on that show.
Oh,
wow. But even though he's been mostly in supporting roles, he starred in a few films. Like, he was the star of a few films, but the most notable one was 1988's Action Jackson, which was a great movie. I remember Action Jackson. I loved Action Jackson. Hell yeah. Unfortunately, no sequels to Action Jackson, which is a shame. It's a shame. But fun fact, he briefly played in the NFL for the Oakland Raiders for 2 seasons in 1970 and 1971. Damn. And in his first year, he helped them win the AFC West Division title. I did not know this.
That's crazy.
I did not know he was in the NFL. That's crazy. He's an NFL player, man.
Was that the Madden coach teams? Was that during Madden's time with the
1970? I don't know what was going on in 1970, but that's the thing. He was drafted to. Well, he wasn't drafted. He was signed like straight out, from wherever, just off the street.
Unrestricted free agent. He was a walk-on. He was a walk-on.
Right. But most recently, he's been playing Grief Karga on the hit show The Mandalorian, for which he was nominated for an Emmy for Outstanding Guest Actor. Man, I'm gonna miss Carl Weathers. So I just want to go round table with everybody. Of course, your familiarity, stuff like that with Carl Weathers, the stuff you love from him, anything you want to say on Carl Weathers. Guys in the chat, you guys too, Carl Weathers, any thoughts that you have on him. I'll start with my brother, my co-host, Nick, Comic Culture. Damn,
yeah.
This is sad, man.
Yeah, that was a big shock, man. A lot of these actors, you don't quite know what's going on in their personal life or anything like that. Passed peacefully in his sleep sounds good to me. That's the best way to go, I think. But man, it's a shock, dude. Especially since we saw him recently in Mandalorian, with the movie presumably coming out soon. He's probably going to play a role in that. That was the plan, probably, right? Or subsequent seasons of Mandalorian. His Rocky appearances, obviously, I love those first several movies that he was in with Rocky. Happy Gilmore is a movie I've seen 1,000 times. And what's funny about him is, like, every time he's in a movie, it's hard to believe it's the same guy, because the roles are so different. And you're like, it's the same guy from freaking Happy Gilmore. He was in Predator. He was in Rocky. He's in The Mandalorian. What are you talking about? Like, he's just everywhere. He was just such a cool guy. And yeah, dude, he's gonna be missed for sure. Yeah, what a shock.
Hell yeah. Stu, man, Carl Weathers, how's this one hitting you?
Yeah, I think Nick said it. Like, he's been instrumental in, like, with the Rocky movie, like, was huge for me. Apollo Creed was like, for me growing up, that was such a huge role. And also Predator, of course, but I just loved his kind of like his second half renaissance with The Mandalorian, how he directed episodes in season 2 and 3, and he was kind of finding his groove and really comfortable in that space. And yeah, I know he was 76, but this is still kind of unexpected and shocking. And yeah, such a legend, deserves all the flowers. It sucks it happened kind of suddenly like this, but the guy gave us such a legacy across so many decades of great films and memorable characters. So shout out to him. That's awesome about the NFL, dude. I did not know that. So thanks for including that. That's cool. That's cool to say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he died peacefully, man. That's the main thing, right? No weird stuff. It was his time, but it's so weird because it's like he's working, right? Like, it's not like he's not working.
And he seemed like he seemed healthy and vibrant, like not sickly in any kind of way. Like, for 76, he looked great. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Taq, man, how do you feel about this? I know this one hits.
Yeah. I mean, Stu pretty much wrapped said everything that I want to say. Outside of, he just had a great career. Great career. I haven't done any research and seen if he's had any interviews. I really hope like Vlad got to talk to him, or there's some long streaming interview podcast type interviews out there that are a couple hours long, or he could kind of unpack all these different properties that he worked on. But yeah, really sad. But at the same time, he's leaving us with such a great legacy.
Yeah, good point. Good point about the legacy, and good point about like looking up these long form interviews. It's the great thing about our age now, that we can live on in some certain sort of way. You know what I mean? Like I go back and watch stuff from JT every now and then. Yeah. You know, just when I start kind of forgetting a little bit, put it on real quick. You know what I mean? Just to remind me. But Link, my brother, Carl Weathers, man.
I mean, I can't say anything better than what these guys have said. He was a legend. He had a habit of making every role he was in noteworthy for that franchise, for whatever franchise he was in. And it sucks, bro. Like my first probably favorite role of him I saw was Happy Gilmore, so I'm always gonna remember It's All in the Hips.
Oh yeah, with the hand, right? Missing the hand. This is crazy.
Damn Gator.
Damn Gator.
He was the one playing the piano in heaven, right? Like,
yeah.
So
oh yeah. So he took my hand, but I got that bastard's eyeball, and he's like taking the glass. It's like, holy shit.
I need to rewatch. Good. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Oh yeah. Bobby, Carl Weathers, man. I know you grew up with Carl Weathers for sure, man. He was an actor in the 70s too, by the way, guys. He was in a few blaxploitation films before he made his big break in Rocky.
Correct.
He was in like 2 films, yeah. So I know you grew up with Carl Weathers, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course. So first off, thoughts and prayers with his friends and family. You know what I mean? I know it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Heartbreaking, man. We love this man. But yeah, like you were saying, like one of those earliest roles that come to mind that I remember was he was on an episode of Good Times.
Yeah.
Where he played a jealous husband, where his wife was getting painted by doing a portrait by JJ, and he came in there with baby ruckus and stuff. Yeah.
You look surprised.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He was getting jealous over JJ though.
Right. Well, he caught his wife in there in a bikini, and he was got mad and everything. Yeah.
It was a different time. Still was a different time.
That sounds good. I gotta look that one up.
That's where the comedy set in with the JJ. Yeah, but thoughts and prayers. And this one's for you, Carl. Man, love you, bro.
Yeah. Station. Brother Joe, you want to throw anything in there?
Well, let me say, he had a brilliant career because ethnic people have trouble getting parts regularly. So whatever they can earn, they're worthy of it. Yeah. And but the old thing is we don't live forever. Be thankful for what we put on this earth, and be grateful for the friends and family we have. And congratulations to a wonderful life. We'll remember him always, because you guys know him as the voice of Darth Vader.
No, that's James Earl Jones.
That's James Earl Jones.
Sorry. You know him well.
Well said, though, Brother Joe. Regardless.
You've seen his work. And it'll live on forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, Brother Joe. It's your first time on, like, really staying on. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, I'm just thinking of his career and how great it was. He never won an Oscar, that I know of. No. But he was a contributing movie. He was a contributing actor in the movie industry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. What stands out for him is that I guess like 90% of his roles were supporting roles, but he was so charismatic in whatever he did that he stood out to the point where you will remember him from Predator. You will remember him. He was not the star in any of these movies, and maybe his screen time wasn't even that long compared to what other guys, but you remember Carl Weathers, man. We all know Carl Weathers. You know?
He looked like Apollo Creed looked like a Greek god, man. Like he was
insane.
Hey,
by Rocky IV or whatever it was.
Those were some badass.
Oh my god.
Those were some badass battles in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, they look good. They look good.
Hey, and he won the last one.
Yeah.
If you believe Creed.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's my first exposure to Carl Weathers was Rocky. I loved his performance in Rocky.
Yeah.
You know, the cocky Apollo Creed dancing.
Yeah.
You know, living in
America.
So much, bro. He killed that role so bad. Then he comes around in Predator. And he's like this, you know, smarmy, you know, guy that is like, you know what I mean? Hey, this guy
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
He's pushing too many pencils, though.
And then lastly, in The Mandalorian, being Mando's good buddy, looking out for him, you know, the relationship they had. I feel so sad of how Star Wars is going to write their way out of that one. You know what I mean? Because he was such a major part of The Mandalorian. So that's pretty sad, just thinking about that.
Yeah. It's a huge part.
But yeah, man, rest in peace, Carl Weathers, man. You are a legend. We will always remember you. You know what I mean? I'll always be watching your movies because your movies were awesome. Everything you were in was pretty cool. So,
on my last phone call, let me say goodbye to that. You guys have a great show. Let me take care of my business. Remember one thing, Bobby, we can ride.
Station, Joe.
Yeah, man.
Station, bro, Joe.
Station, bro.
Oh yeah. All right, man. Let's get to the comments here. First up, what we got? Twisted Fairy saying Taqi, not taxi.
Damn, autocorrect.
What is station and what train we get? Station, everyone. What's going on, Brandon? Station, how are you, man? Oh, is someone in here called Station? Did somebody help Twisted Fairy? Let me see. Hey, Mr. Anthropic in the building, Warren Station. How are you, my brother? Bro? Hell yeah. Think of Station like Aloha, Twisted.
Thanks, Eric.
It's 2 a.m. here. Oh, man. We got nostalgic addicts in the house saying R.I.P. Carl. Hell yeah. Station. There we go. Chill out. Thank you, my brother. Twisted Station is our way of communicating. It can mean hi, bye, awesome, and so far. Hell yeah, that's the perfect way to say it. Chill out, man. We use it in so many ways. We say hi with it. We say bye with it. We say when things are cool, like awesome. We like Station. That's awesome, you know. So yeah, man. It's just it's a dynamic word that we use. He was hilarious on Arrested Development. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, man. It was great. Circumstances in the building saying this one hurt.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
What up, bro?
Yeah, man. Action Jackson, man. I know. Thanks for clearing that up, Eric. Station Twisted. Thanks for joining us. It's your first time.
For sure.
Hell yeah. Thanks for joining us. We got a great crowd here. So, you know, everybody's helpful in the chat. Don't be afraid to comment on anything we're talking about. Twisted Fairy, happy to have you. Inja Binja in the building. No, I'm actually late. You're never late, Inja. You're never late. When you show up, it's just at the right time. Don't worry about it. Be right back. I'm rolling one up for Carl Weathers.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Colonel said, dude's a legend. R.I.P. Hell yeah. He was such a goddamn specimen as Apollo.
No doubt, man. Oh my god.
No, Adonis, man. The guy was an Adonis. Huge R.I.P. Carl Weathers. He was one of the biggest villains of the late 70s in Rocky. Hell yeah. Carl Weathers just exuded cool. Hell yeah. Absolutely, guys. You see, that's what I mean. This is the legacy that a supporting actor, right? Supporting actor left. Like, it's crazy. Naked, tall in the hips.
That's right.
There's troublemakers in the building. We got Two Gun Pedro.
Hey.
What up, man?
What is going on? So many good people came out to hang. Station to all people that have come in the chat. Oh, thank you.
There you go. You're getting it.
That's it. That's how it goes, yeah?
Yeah, nailed it.
As an old black country boy, I first saw Carl Weathers in Foxy Brown Grindhouse film, but fell in love with him because he was in Rocky. Oh, hell yeah, man.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
He roughed up JJ.
Good time.
I don't mind.
You should.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Carl didn't have 8th Avenue in the lead movie, but he was still my star. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He stood out.
He had a presence for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they helped me. Thank you. Nice. Oh yeah. Brother Joe, I'm so silly. Thank you so much. Mike Hags in the building.
Mike, what up?
What am
Station, everybody. R.I.P. Carl Weathers. Dylan, you son of a bitch. Hell yeah.
Bro, that was one of like the best daps in history
ever.
Like that was such a great dap.
Yeah.
I wonder how many takes it took him. Like
they got it the first take, man.
Oh, I bet they did. I bet they did. It was so great. It was just like epic.
All right, guys. So let's get to our next news topic here. And this is kind of like a continuation of what we were talking about last week, right? So last week, we reported that the WWE had this huge, humongous week, right? Well, I mean, they announced that The Rock had joined the board of TKO, right? That's the parent company of WWE. We announced that he gained control of The Rock name, which is big, right? Because he always had to get permission to use The Rock. Now he owns The Rock on top of owning the WWE and UFC. And also, they did a $5 billion streaming deal with Netflix that's set to take place in 2025. They're going to exclusively stream Monday Night Raw, which is one of the biggest television shows in cable right now. So, huge week for these guys. And that same day, that same Friday that we're reporting this shit, this big sexual allegation lawsuit comes out of nowhere. And man, it was a crazy lawsuit, right? If you read, we've had a week to hear about this stuff. So I'm pretty sure you guys have heard some of the shit that was in this lawsuit. Just nasty stuff, right? Nasty stuff. But it's gotten worse because now the feds are involved, right? Now they are actively investigating Vince McMahon for sex trafficking. Yeah. Wow. So let me just read a couple things I wrote. I wrote some stuff here. WWE founder Vince McMahon is under federal investigation surrounding sex trafficking allegations. The revelation comes after a former employee sued Vince McMahon last week, alleging she was the victim of sexual assault and trafficking at WWE. Janelle Grant, the former employee, said in a lawsuit that she was the victim of physical and emotional abuse, sexual assault, and trafficking at WWE. According to the lawsuit, Grant met McMahon in March of 2019 while he was the company's chief executive, and he dangled career-making and life-changing promises while engaging in increasingly inappropriate behavior toward her. McMahon allegedly pushed Grant for a physical relationship in exchange for promised employment at WWE, the lawsuit said, adding that she felt trapped in an impossible situation where she could either submit to his sexual demands or face ruin. The lawsuit says that Grant eventually entered into a physical relationship with McMahon and was given employment at WWE. McMahon allegedly recruited others to have sexual relationships with Grant, including John Laurinaitis, an ex-employee of WWE. He was like a big higher up. He was also an ex-wrestler. That's neither here or there. Grant was expected to engage in sexual activity at the WWE headquarters, sometimes during work or hours, the suit said. Grant also claims in the lawsuit that others at WWE knew what was going on, but actively sought to conceal the wrongdoing. Grant said in the lawsuit that she lost her employment at the company after McMahon said his wife had found out about their relationship in January of 2022, and that he put her under immense pressure to sign a non-disclosure agreement that would prevent Grant from talking about the sexual misconduct. She eventually signed the NDA in exchange for payments, which McMahon later stopped making, the lawsuit alleges. The suit did not give details on the amount and frequency of the payments. The lawsuit is seeking to avoid the NDA as well as compensatory and punitive damages. Though McMahon denied the accusation in last week's suit, he resigned 1 day later as executive chairman of the board of TKO Group, WWE's parent company. He also stepped down from the TKO board of directors and no longer has a role with WWE. An earlier investigation after McMahon had stepped down as CEO of WWE in 2022 revealed that he had paid nearly $15 million to 4 women over 16 years to quiet claims of sexual misconduct. Man.
Wow.
What the Jesus Christ, man. So yeah, this is insane. And hold on, because I just saw my man Circum, because he told me last week when I was talking about the McMahon shit, because the first, I guess I'll start with myself. The first thing I thought when I heard this, because I briefly heard it, was that you know, this chick came out and sued him for sexual misconduct. Now, I immediately went, only because he had just made this deal, right? This company had just made this deal. They're in the midst of making a whole lot of money, right? And sometimes people like to come out the woodwork when things like that happen, right? But then Circumstance said, well, you got to read this shit. Like, you know, he obviously read the stuff that we all found out later. And I did read it, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So I don't know what to think about this. Vince McMahon is a part of my childhood, just like Hulk Hogan is a part of my childhood, just like Optimus Prime is a part of my childhood. He was there in the early days when the Hulk Hogan was out. He was there in the Attitude Era. He was such a huge part of the Attitude Era, right? Like the Attitude Era was so freaking integral to my youth. And, you know, now that he's I'm thinking maybe he's done these things. I don't know. We have to see. But if he has, man, that messes a lot of things up for me. That taints a lot of shit. Like, I don't know how I could watch certain things now, because he used to do a lot of like really raunchy shit, right? Like there was things where he like segments on those shows where he cheated on his wife with another wrestler girl and in her face kissed the other girl, or he was messing with his daughter. There was like one kind of segment where it was implied that he used to traffic his daughter, like crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So it not only does that age badly, but now with this context, it's like R. Kelly, right? Like R. Kelly made some dope R&B. He was the king of R&B. But now when you listen to those songs and you hear him talking, it's like you can't imagine anything else but children he's talking about, right? Not women the way you want it, right? So this is like kind of the same situation. I don't know, man. I hope that even if it's not true, I mean, just finding out that he paid $16 million in hush money over the last 15 years, I mean, it's kind of hard to like root for him or hope that it's not true. You know what I'm saying? But I'll go everybody in chat. Of course, I want you guys to comment on this. And I'll start with my brother Taqi. Taqi, what do you think? Vince McMahon, sexual federal investigation.
Well, I mean, it's a lot to take in. He hasn't been criminally charged. You know, that's the big shoe that needs to hit the other side of the floor. Whatever you want to say. You know, these are all allegations at this point. But you know, as the chat is kind of alluding to, this guy's a creep. I mean, he was a creep from the Attitude Era on. Certified. He did a lot of stuff that really, you know, if there's smoke, there's fire. And I think he stayed around way too long. He should have been out of it 15 years ago. He should be out in the Bahamas, chilling and letting Triple H and Stephanie and The Rock and whoever else, Brock Lesnar, whoever else got a piece of that company, run it, and he should be. Oh, who knows what the hell he'd be doing on the beach somewhere? Probably the same creepy stuff that will just go undetected because he's not a big enough celebrity. But yeah, it's I don't know if it's sex trafficking. I think that's a little strong. I think that's a little salacious. There's a lot of bad stuff going on, and there has been, and things have changed. This isn't 1993, or 1998. It's 2023. So we're looking at things in a whole new light. But I don't think it cancels the past WWE performances like a Chris Benoit, or like the R. Kelly listening to 12 play like Circumstances said. So
yeah, hell yeah. Missing link, Vince McMahon, man, crazy.
Yeah, what Taqi said, it's fucked up, but yeah, he's always been a creep. He's always had that little to him. So, I think it's the writing's on the wall with him stepping down or resigning from pretty much everything so suddenly. That's not a good sign.
Yeah.
So even like if it's not trafficking, like Taqi saying, if that's just trying to spice it up, he did some foul shit to warrant him stepping down so quickly. So
yeah, absolutely. It's like I said, it's kind of hard to defend him. Really, it really is. No matter how much I love WWE, no matter how much his creation influenced my life, you know what I mean? We gotta be real with this stuff. If he's doing this kind of thing, and he's what is he, 80? How old is this guy?
He's old.
Yeah, it's like, dude, why are you chasing stuff like that so hard? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
y'all seen that mustache he got going on? Like
78.
Yeah, 78.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got enough money. He's probably taking like multiple doses of Viagra and Coke every day. Like we take ibuprofen and Tylenol. That's what he's taking. The steroids.
I don't know, but Bobo, what do you think? Vince McMahon, man.
Yeah, I think if you're spending, 16 million in hush money, man, you need to reevaluate your life, man.
Tell me about it, right? Just 16 million bucks, man.
But if this is, if the allegations are true, and if and hopefully he'll get what he deserves, and there'll be a whole new, different meaning to Hell in the Cell, man.
Stop. I don't know how we're gonna follow up.
Man, that would be one weird pay-per-view. I'll tell you that
I
much.
don't want to follow that. Oh my god,
Stu, what you think about this? I don't want to.
How am I supposed to follow that? Yeah, I think it's a big ball of karma for Vince McMahon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last time I checked, wrestlers still had to pay for their own travel and health insurance. Like they're considered independent contractors by the WWE. So I just think like the way this guy has treated people throughout his career is going to come back on him one way or the other. I agree with Talk. I think the sexual trafficking headlines are a bit salacious, but at the same time, I'm sure there's no bottom to the depth of depravity this guy has gone to to further his business or whatever. I don't know if it's not going to be. I'll say this: it's not going to be like R. Kelly for me. I'm not going to look back on like, when I was watching the Mankind versus Undertaker Hell in a Cell match, and it's not going to taint that for me because those were two dudes who that had nothing to do. Like it had everything to do with Vince McMahon, but nothing to do with Vince McMahon. At the same time.
No, but like all the segments that he's involved in.
Oh yeah, I'm done with that. Like. Yeah,
and he's involved in quite a few throughout the years, So
and those are
the video library, he's in it. Yeah,
a lot of those are comical to look back on, and he's very mean
beating his ass.
Yeah, I love that one where he's with Stephanie and Stone Cold shows up and he's like, "Take me to him, take me to him."
Yeah.
Anyway, but the guys had it coming for a long while. I think exploiting people left and right as you reap what you sow. So it's gonna kind of like I love Bobby Hell in a Cell in a different way. That's so poetic. I can't. There's no better way to put it.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick, man, Vince McMahon. I know you love the Attitude Era, man.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I really can't add anything else to it. You guys really just nailed it. This kind of news, it's not too shocking to me, and we've touched on it before. He was kind of a sleazebag. He's been a scumbag for a long time. It was only a matter of time before things started popping off. The timing, sure, yeah, but it sounds like he's been getting in trouble on the down low for a long time, and this is just one of them that got away from him, So, I mean, if everything is true, and it sounds like, it sounds like it is, right? At least one of these things has got to be true.
I know.
Right?
I hate to say, because all of this is alleged, right?
I know, but it's like that's a lot of things that he's paid to go away, and a lot of things just stacking up. So, I mean, if it's true, to hell with him, right? So, unfortunately, another person that kind of defined our childhoods and helped mold all those moments in our brain, kind of slipping through and not doing what he's supposed to be doing. It's a shame.
Yeah, it's a big shame. It is, because you don't want to think that about that guy. You just don't. It's just such a big part of my childhood. He popped up soon as I was about to go to the chat. He popped up. It's like he knew we were talking about Vince McMahon. He said, "What?"
The expert has joined us.
How we doing? Let me get set up here. I just got back into the conversation.
There you go. Oh,
Brother Joe, wear your pants. No,
come on.
Lay it on us, Brother Joe. Lay it on us.
Man, the life of a wrestler is a hell of a job.
Yeah.
And look how long they've been at it, for years and years and years and years. From the territory days to modern times. And it's not all, what do you call it, Nick? What do you call it? Where they, where they report you, what is it called? Human resources.
Human
HR?
resources.
Sexual harassment.
You know it. Now, how long has it been going on before it came to light?
A minute.
Sexual harassment 2023 is not what it was in 1998.
Do you know who the Great Moolah is?
A lot more sensitive than they used to be.
Do you know who the Great Moolah is?
I'm sure she was sexually harassed, and she might have liked it some of the time too.
They used to call her a pimp.
There you go. There's your sex trafficking.
Call her a pimp.
Yeah. She's been accused of that as well. She has. I've read those stories.
But the question is, where we go from here? Do they clean house? It's owned by TKO. They're working on major multi-million-dollar deals with Netflix. Now, what do we do about the situation?
I mean, they've already acted. They've first of all, he left. Right, he's no longer has no position at the company.
Is that going to satisfy? Hey,
he's out of it.
I just saw a news report on a channel. Shit flows from the top down. Now, who else knew about it and let it go?
I mean, John Laurinaitis is implicated. Brock Lesnar has been named in this, and that caused them to pull his match from WrestleMania, which is next month.
They just threw Helmsley under the bus.
Yeah. Who knows what other names are going to come out when this thing goes to trial, or whatever it is they're going to do about it. Arrest him, whatever it is. But yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
Do you think this brand is viable?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. The brand will survive it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
they haven't needed Vince in over 20 years.
Yeah.
For real though.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Or Triple H, for that matter.
He did do a good job of surrounding himself. I thought Triple H was the right person to.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Well,
is there more minds out there as great as Vince? If Vince had a great strategical mind with wrestling, is there others like him? because you know you want to move forward. You got to. The train is riding. The train is rolling. Ain't no cow gonna stop a train.
Yeah, no,
It'll
absolutely.
run through that. It'll run through the ship.
Yeah, but it's like Taqi said, the ship has been running without him for quite some time anyway. So that's not the problem, Brother Joe. The problem is that, you know, we all loved wrestling at some point in our lives, or we're very familiar with it. And this guy is a major part of that. And he's totally, you know, it changes things. But yeah, let me get to the chat. Let me see what people are saying about this. Chill Out Man said, so long, farewell, hey, goodbye, Vincent. With a middle finger.
Hey, he knows where I'm coming from. He's got that musical note.
Twisted Fairy said, well, it's almost 3 a.m. here, so I'm off going to bed. Was nice meeting you all. I've subbed up, so hopefully talk again. Station all.
Thank you for coming through.
Station. Thank you, Twisted Fairy. Hell yeah. Yeah. I guess Vernal's hearing this for the first time. Say, what? My reels about it have hundreds of thousands of views and counting. Nice, brother. Nice. We finally got Vincent, a.k.a. Many People Devil. It cost me my boy Brock, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice, Station. Brock Lesnar might get canceled. Yeah, he just might.
This is gonna open up a lot of investigations, and they're gonna get a lot of these rats out of here probably. What? You know what I mean? That's what they need. They need to clear house and figure out what the hell's going on and change some practices, because that shit's that can't fly.
Yeah, no,
we're about to turn some.
There was a show on A&E. I don't know if it's still going, called The Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
And not everything is peaches and cream, baby.
Yeah. The Vince McMahon text messages are wild. I know. They're insane. Nostalgic.
They're insane.
Oh, yeah. The NDA are going to break and the floodgates are good. Yup, that's what you guys were just saying. Circum said it here. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen. What happened to Vince? Not the misconduct. He always was a punk-ass predator. I'm talking about his face. Yeah, no, for sure. Phable, you're talking about Trish Stratus, and it was all true. Yeah, where he was kissing the girl in front of his wife, and it was all part of a bit, but it was almost like a sick, twisted, like, fantasy that he was playing out almost.
Yep.
Like, it's just weird. I hate that I can't bump R. Kelly's toy. Tell me about it, Sir Kim. Tell me about it. Yo, there's some R. Kelly song legit I love, man, and it's just so hard to listen to those songs, man. Taqi, please don't speak the truth too much. They could be watching.
Big brother.
We try to tell Taqi all the time, chill out, man. We try to tell him all the time. You know, not too much truth, man. They're watching. This whole situation is crazy. I don't know what to think.
Watching me.
I'm with you, Two Gun. I feel the same way. Vince been trafficking for decades. It's about time we got him. That's what people say. That's what two people say. Two Gun, I feel you. Do-Rag Vince was always my favorite wrestler.
I forgot about that.
Hey, Beckerman in the building. Saying Bobby, the king of Kansas City. Hell yeah.
You know it.
Oh yeah, friend of the show in the building, Southern Comic Geeks.
Hey, what's up?
How are you, my brother? Hell yeah. Sal's in the building as well, saying Vince always seemed like a scummy guy, so the news wasn't that shocking. I know.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
You know.
The trouble with Vince, he wasn't like his dad. He'll cut anybody's throat to get ahead. He'll cut anybody's throat. He'll do whatever it takes to move him forward. Him and his product forward. You don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Beckerman said, Bobby and Brother Joe, better see you both at local wrestling in a few weeks.
I told you, Bobby. I told you.
There you go.
Well,
as long as there's no traffic going on, man. Yeah, as long as there's no traffic going on.
Yo, Sal, man. Wow. This right here, man. I would think WWE Human Resources is a joke. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The amount of shit that comes out of that place. Steroids, this, that, affairs. No way Bruce Pritchard didn't know. There you go. This is what you guys are saying. When this NDA breaks, the floodgates are open.
And so many people enabled the whole thing along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. She was offered as a perk to get back. Yeah, that's the trafficking part, guys. That's where it comes in. This right here. They're saying that she was used to get Brock to sign, basically. They offered her up to him.
Now, the question is, did she offer it up or did they offer her up?
No,
she's saying they offered it. Yeah.
It's like allegedly blackmail. It's like you want to stay around here, you got to do certain things, right? I think that's what we're alluding to. Anyway.
Hey, you don't put it past people to try to get ahead.
Yeah, no, absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be forced to do things to try to get your dues. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to advance your own career and keep your own lifestyle, it's like you shouldn't have to do things that are immoral.
But just like Monica Lewinsky, you don't want to say, "Hey, I'm going to do this."
This isn't Monica.
Brother Joe, where are you going? Where are you going? Right?
Monica was a willing participant.
Yeah.
So let's get on to some. Let's get on to some.
And she kept a dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get on to some other news, man.
Let's get on to something more positive because we've been talking about Carl Weathers passed away. I made me sad. And now this Vince McMahon, that's like disappointing. But we got some cool casting news, guys. Cool ass casting news. So
hell yeah.
You haven't heard. House of Dragons breakout star Millie Alcock.
Quick with the
has been cast as Supergirl in Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. DC Studio CEO James Gunn confirmed it in an Instagram post on Monday. In the post, he wrote, "Millie is a fantastically talented young actor, and I'm incredibly excited about her being part of the DCU." He also added, "Yes, I first became aware of her in House of the Dragon, but I was blown away by her varied auditions and screen tests for Supergirl." Shortly after Gunn's social media announcement, Alcock shared her post to her Instagram story, writing, "Thank you," in all caps. Alcock, who made her television debut in 2014, appeared in several series before the 23-year-old landed her biggest role to date as Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen. That's Targaryen.
Yeah.
Of the Game of Thrones prequel House of Dragons. Her co-star Emma Darcy played an older version of her later in season 1. Other actors who have also taken on the role of Supergirl include Melissa Benoist, Supergirl on CBS and CW, and Sasha Cale, 2023's The Flash. So guys, yeah.
That's my question.
Excited for this?
That's my question. Nick, do you think she'll do Supergirl justice? I know you follow Supergirl quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
You think she'll do her justice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother Joe, we're gonna go. We're gonna get to Nick now, okay?
Well, I just wanted to premise. I just wanted to premise the question.
You stick around
longer than most anybody, bro.
He's gunning for your job, Phable.
Yeah, he's like, Phable, sit down, brother. Nick, how do you feel? How do you feel about this?
I'm waiting for the Brother Joe NDA to lapse now.
He's queuing people up and everything. This is great.
So yeah, but yeah, Nick, yeah, Brother Joe was right. I was gonna go to you. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, so this was one of my favorite comic series of 2021. So I absolutely adore this story. For her, she hasn't been in a whole lot. I saw her in House of the Dragons, and I thought she was great. I never would have. I mean, if you would have given me 500 guesses, I never would have picked her to be Kara. I just never would have, because I don't know. I think like maybe her age, her size, maybe her not necessarily her range, because I think she can do it. This particular story, though, I mean, it has a very wide range. It requires a very wide range to pull off. There are moments of complete despair. There's moments of joy, moments of anger. I mean, the whole book opens up with her drunk too. So I mean, like, there's so many like things that an actress has to pull off very well for this to work. And I just never would have guessed that she would be the one that he would pick. But after the selection was made, I think it's a good call. We'll see. You know, I'm not mad at it at all. I just have a hard time picturing her in the role. But thinking back at House of the Dragon, she did fine. Like, we'll figure it out. Supergirl does not have to be muscular and huge and like formidable and everything, right? Like she had a different upbringing. You know, her backstory is completely different. She doesn't have to be ripped and everything because it's just not the way that her story played out. And I think she's going to do a good job. A lot of the concept art has been cool. I'm interested to see if she can pull this off. I have faith in him and his casting direction, and the people that he's surrounded himself with have picked really good people for these roles so far. And yeah, man, we're gonna see if this is a good choice or not. I think it's gonna be cool though.
Yeah. The only issue I have is that they didn't pick a director yet, and traditionally directors pick their lead actors. So this is kind of a different move. But Stu, what do you think about this casting, Supergirl? First of all, did you read that? Did you read that book?
I read and loved that book.
There you go.
As we talked about it in the back chat many times, like I thought that issue 6 of that book where it told her origin story and what she really went through, and you know, she wasn't an aimless baby in a shuttle. She like went through some real shit at, you know, a young teenage age. Basically had her entire civilization on her shoulders, and I don't know, I just like I love that origin story about how she, you know, covered the planet and these like
in lead,
the lead shingles to prevent radiation, and everybody else gave up on the job, but she kept going. And so I agree completely with what Nick said, and we talked about this earlier, but there are elements of that in that Game of Thrones House of Dragons role that Homegirl is in. But I think this role is much more complex than that, and it's got a lot going on. So it's kind of like I'm gonna wait and see a little bit, but I'm very hopeful. I like the fact that Tom King and James Gunn are besties, and that they're kind of writing this new DC universe together. So I have a lot of hope for that movie by itself. But yeah, like Nick said, and I know this is just going to be like a waterfall of us just agreeing with each other, but I think James Gunn has done a great job of casting for the most part. Sometimes it does get a little nepotism-y with his brother and like other people that he's used to, but I think like when it comes to you know, unique roles like this, I think he has a good eye. I also thought Snyder had a great eye for casting, despite his flaws and his ups and downs. I thought he did a really good job with Phable and Ghetto and Affleck.
Yeah.
I thought those three were a really strong trinity, but I just love how this universe is shaping up. I'm really excited for it, man. And I feel like he's giving some of this stuff is really weird, but I love the stories that he's giving production to, and that he's putting his passion behind. So excited to see where it goes.
Oh yeah.
When people complain about him casting his brother, no, I was just gonna say, when people complain about him casting his brother, is anyone really did like dream casting Maxwell Lord or the Weasel? You know, like these are roles his brothers.
Oh yeah.
I know. I just worry about like sometimes you get too comfortable. I don't know. That's my only thing. But like I don't think it's showed up where in like a big way where it's been a negative, but it is something I worry about. Like, you know, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes people get too comfortable in their own worlds and have a hard time seeing their way out of that. But,
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Like so far, I think it's been great.
Bobo, what do you think about this casting, man?
I think it's cool. Yeah, I give her a chance. I'm easily entertained, so I'll give it a chance, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. You know, whatever comic book movie they come out with, I'm going to give it a chance. I'll sit down there, and it is what it is, and I'm sure. Yeah, I'm gonna. For some reason, I think I'm gonna like it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
That's the question.
Missing Link, what you think?
I'm excited. She was one of my favorite parts of. I saw her picture and it didn't dawn on me until later that was the girl from House of Dragons. But she's my favorite part, and I was really pissed when they did that age gap, and then we had the older chick playing her. Yeah. So that's a testament to me being excited. I think she's I discovered Kara in like Superman Batman about 20 years ago when Jeff Loeb and Michael Turner brought her back. And so for me, like, you know, she's had different years, but she's always been very stubborn and headstrong. And I think that's what she nailed in the actress nailed in House of Dragons. So I can see why they're going with her as a Kara. If they can emulate some of that, I think she's a perfect fit. But I'm excited.
Oh yeah. Taq, what do you think?
Not familiar with the House of Dragons at all, so I really don't have too much of an opinion on her abilities. I'm really glad she definitely has the look. I'm glad to hear that she's a decent actor. But this is the one comic book property out of everything that I'm looking forward to the most. Crypto, Comet, it's gonna be, if they do it right, it's gonna put DC over Marvel, especially if Marvel continues the way they're going.
Wow. Comet's got such a comics arc in this story. If it's anything like the comics, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah.
I mean, can you just imagine if they, to borrow something that Steph said a couple weeks ago, Del Mundo-esque, if they're able to transfer that to film and they get the Cosmic Horse in there, and you just, I mean, it's a great story. It's Tom King at his absolute best. And that's saying a lot, believe it or not, even though Tom King's had some misses. When he hits hard.
He hits, yeah. Bro,
and if they're able to get this to work and transfer it to film,
out of here.
Yeah, finally for DC. Finally.
Yeah. Good point.
Where in the timeline is this one supposed to show up? Like, I know we got Superman coming up first. Where is Supergirl supposed to? Do you know? Do we know?
I have no idea. Yeah.
Okay.
No idea.
I would start it with her. But
well, anyway. I mean, if it, and it depends. Isn't Superman? Didn't they say it was going to be not necessarily an origin, but
no, he's more middle.
Yeah, he's already
he's been around for a minute.
So that would be messed up if they play to the book closely. I mean, Kara would only be like 21, but who knows, right? Because who knows how they're going to play this one? And theoretically, she's supposed to be older, right? Than Clark,
yeah, but really, they just need to give her an excuse to get off Earth and go celebrate. Like, hey, I just wanted to get drunk and celebrate. Like in the comics, she's celebrating her 21st birthday.
Her 21st birthday,
and she just wanted to, be like.
She went to a red sun planet just so she can drink,
where she could get drunk. Yeah, and so just give her an excuse to do that, and we're good. We can pick it up.
Yeah. And the actress is only 23 years old too. So like when they start shooting, I mean, she's gonna be this age. So it's like, and she looks younger than that, I think. Like she could pull off an older teenager for sure, right? Yeah. So it depends on how young.
What's that Western movie that what's that Western movie that everybody says that Tom King ripped off for this book? With Haley Steinfeld as when she was younger. With
True Grit.
True Grit, yeah. Like they say this. But regardless, like if they could create anything like that in this world, like that same type of story, it would be so great.
Yeah. Who's John Wayne in that story?
It's like the
who's Matt Damon? I don't get that.
I don't know. They just said most
people who don't like this series say it's a True Grit ripoff. How about that?
Tom King said it himself in interviews. He's like, I know and he's like, and it is.
It is to a degree, but yeah,
it's crazy. Like he kind of has admits it in many an interview.
21 for a Kryptonian's got to be like being a baby, because don't they live to be like 1,000 or something like that?
Yeah. There's that whole thing too. Yeah, but yeah, Taqi, you mentioned like the whole comet stuff. That's going to be insane. If I'm wondering how true they're going to be to the book. And if they're going to bring back some of those iconic scenes, like that comet race when he's out racing the black hole ball that Krem throws, at him.
The Mordru globe or whatever.
Yeah, and she, her and Comet outrace essentially a black hole into a space time that doesn't exist and is all black and white. Like it's so crazy.
It's gonna be so. That's one of those like movie scenes. Is like, how do you beat that in my mind? Because like I watched that on the page go like the art go from the color to the black and the white, like.
Insane.
The artist on that book was,
and Matt Lopes on that too.
Yeah,
outstanding. And her standing in front of the ship at the very end, like the pirate ship with all those cannons and stuff, and they're just shoot. It's insane, man. It's such a good run. It is such a good run.
So let's take this opportunity. Like, not only this casting news came out, but the hardcover guys is coming out for this book. So y'all go pre-order, buy that. It's got a new cover by Bilquis Everly. Yep. I think I pronounced that name right.
I say Evely.
Evely, yeah,
whatever.
Does a tremendous job on the book. So y'all go pre-order and check that out. It's well worth it. It's an amazing book. It really is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a lot like Babo on this one. I have no idea about any of this. I don't know who this girl is.
Insane.
I never saw House of Dragons. I don't read Women's of Tomorrow. I have no contact with anything.
I know
the character.
I know what you're getting for Christmas. Okay.
But
we're just starting. We're just starting a new year, gentlemen. 2024. Are we ready for what the DC universe and the Marvel universe present us? I mean, look, I listen. You can believe it or not, I listen to you guys, and you tell me this movie was good, this movie was okay, this movie was bad. From Taqi, Blue Beetle, yes, he loved it. We loved it. The Flash, was that any good? What was the other one? Birds of Prey, things like that. I mean, are they going to be up to the task of entertaining us?
Yeah, well, I that's what I'm hoping. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say that with all the stuff that that's going on with James Gunn, and I know he's creative, and you guys, Tom King, like you said, I'm just waiting to be entertained. That's it. Looking at the girl herself, just a picture. Like I said, never saw her acting, but just straight on picture. No, she doesn't look like Supergirl to me.
Right.
Sorry, guys.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I thought the girl who played Supergirl in the CW looked more like Supergirl than she does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
in my opinion. But that being said, this girl might be a triple, crazy better actress than the girl who played Supergirl in the CW. So that'll always trump the aesthetic, right? The acting ability. It'll make you believe. Just like Hugh Jackman, who's a ballerina, whatever. It made us believe he was the toughest, roughest mutant in the Marvel universe. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I hated Hugh Jackman casting when it first happened.
Yeah, me too.
I thought
everybody was like
the absolute worst guy for Wolverine, but eventually he sold me.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
the best.
Yep.
I love that. I was talking with Link about this, like that video of him just doing the voiceovers, like making the sound effects of Wolverine just ripping through people. He's just so committed to that character. It's the best.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Sal says, I think everyone's happy with this casting. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Monica is a dedicated American soldier. I salute you, Monica.
Chill, of course.
Hell yeah, man. Love that issue, too. I dig the casting. Feels different. That entire run Supergirl run was great. Okay. Probably the longest Robbie's ever been. I know.
Oh, dude, I brought that up I brought that book up on the monthly comic review show and got ripped apart. I was like, what?
Robbie need to let that Tom King hate go.
Same link. She was a major highlight of House of Dragons. Hell yeah. Didn't expect her to land the role over her competition, but I'm sure she'll do great. Very excited for this adaptation. There you go. Word is 2027 for Supergirl movie. There you go. Legacy is 2025.
Ugh, man.
House of the Dragon was great. I know nothing about DC stories, but I'll give it a watch. Yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Definitely grabbing the hardcover Rogues.
Oh yeah.
We got to get past Madam Web.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I read a story today that this is the most lowest predicted movie in Spider-Man movie history.
Madam Web. I saw the commercials. I don't know what it's about. Is it related or what?
None of us know what it's about. And
that's the problem, brother Joe.
50 Shades of Spider.
Interesting.
50 Shades
no
of
need
Spider.
to worry, guys. Phable, my Supergirl will always be Lois Lane. Yeah, she's not as cute as I imagine Supergirl for sure. Yeah, I mean,
we'll see.
Yeah, she's okay in that department, but
no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But yeah, all right. So let's move on to our last story, guys, before we get into the blaming. This one it has to do with CGC. As you know, recently there was a CGC scandal that rocked the secondary market with this slab thing. Found out that a couple, well, we don't know how many people, and we don't know how long it's been going on, but people were swapping comics, right? Taking lower grade versions of things, swapping them with Mark Jeweler variants and stuff like that, right? Big scandal. Well, another scandal has hit CGC, and this one seems to be actually separate from the swapping one that everybody's been reporting on. And CGC might have known that this one was going on longer than the one that just came out. So this one might be actually older than that one. But anyway, let me get it.
Oh my God.
CGC sues ex-employees for stealing books, violating policy, and label swapping. So they are suing this couple, right? This guy named Brandon Terrazas, who used to be a CGC grader over there at CGC, and his wife, who, from what I hear, worked in the eBay department. Supposedly CGC has an eBay relations department. Anyway, him and his wife worked at the company, and the company is suing them. They were accused, or are being accused, of printing labels and swapping them with stolen books. So basically, since they worked there, I guess they had access to the label printer, and they would basically print out newer labels with higher grades for books that they plan to sell. Some of these books were theirs. Some of these books are books they actually stole from people that submitted books to CGC.
That's
right?
The dark side.
Yeah. So if you're in the house and you had CGC slab and your book was stolen, these are the people that might have stole your book.
The world is a ghetto. The world is a ghetto, baby. I mean, no matter how clean you want to be, there's always some motherfuckers out there that'll take advantage to profit themselves. You gotta watch that shit.
Oh yeah. But CGC started investigating this couple in 2022. And in that investigation, it turned up that Brandon had stole 23 customer submitted comic books. And what he would do is he'd discard the holders and then sell them on eBay or at trade shows.
Like raw? Like he would discard the holders, break them open, and sell them as raw.
Yeah. He would steal slabs, break them open, sell them raw. He would steal raw comics before they got slabbed. But anyway, it's reported that he made about $26,000 doing this. And they for sure know that he swapped 7 books with a higher grade. So he did a for sure label swap on at least 7 books that they know for sure. But he's also been accused of submitting books through his wife. So when you work at CGC, you only have a limited amount of books that you yourself as an employee could submit. And you can't sell stuff, right? You can't take part in the secondary market to work at CGC. You could only get your books graded and that's it. But they found out that he was submitting books through his wife's name. So some of the stolen books that he was doing, she was submitting them for him. And these books, out of these 7 books, there was an ASM 129, which I believe is the first Punisher, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
ASM 16, Hulk 181. So somebody's Hulk 181 got stolen. Silver Surfer #1 and Batman 251. So these are some of the confirmed books that were label swapped, stolen, whatever it is. And the reason this guy even got caught is because he sent an email to a CGC outside investigator, and somehow that email triggered this guy to, start looking at Brandon. And his wife is also complicit because she runs their eBay page, or she runs their whatever IG seller page, and she would take the books that Brandon sold and promote on the page. We got these books for sale, blah blah blah. So that makes her complicit in this.
Accessory.
Yeah, CGC is still not sure if there were more books, so they're still trying to figure out if there were more than the 20 whatever that they discovered.
There were.
And what they're looking for in this lawsuit is to basically shut them down completely. They don't want them operating in any sort of platform, selling books on eBay, selling books on any platform. They're trying to shut them down completely. That's what this lawsuit is about. So I just wanted to go around the horn like we always do. Everybody in the chat, what is your thoughts? And also, I mean, can you really trust CGC anymore? I don't know. I'm not a CGC guy. So I'm really speaking to the people who love to submit their books, who love this is what they do. They get joy out of this, the grading and stuff like that. I want to know from you guys, what are you thinking? Do you want to keep going with this company? And I guess I'll start with my brother Taq. Taq, what do you think about CGC scandal number 2, man?
Well, these are allegations that are made by CGC, so they haven't been established.
Okay.
And it's a civil case, not a criminal case. So, and that's why I said established instead of proven.
Right.
Just because there might be some things that this can't be proven. I will say that CGC is being very vigilant here in trying to protect their brand and protect their integrity. But as I said a long time ago, if you are serious about this hobby, if you're putting hundreds, thousands of dollars into this hobby, learn how to grade.
Now, Taqi, I ask you a question. You clean and press your own comics, right?
Yes.
You don't send them off?
No.
Okay.
Because I know how to grade. And I know that the last 2 slabs I cracked, they didn't even have microchamber inside of it. So I'm not sure. I know how to preserve a comic book, but I'm not sure if the slab is a permanent form of preservation. And we're not going to know for another 20 years. And people are going to start having their books disintegrate inside the whatever that the material
the holder.
is. The holder. Yeah. And they're going to start, and then there's going to be, I don't want to speculate here. I mean, we need to get like Rogue Trade or somebody that specializes in paper and what's good for it and what's not good for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's crazy. I was listening to a few videos about this because this is very hard to look up. There's only like one site really reporting on it, and it's behind a paywall. So I had to look up other people kind of speaking on it. To get the facts out of it. But whenever you feel like you're not getting that 9.8, or you feel like your book came back kind of different or weird,
that's it.
This is the stuff. This is why you feel that way. This is really because it's not just these guys. It's the other guys, right? The whole Mark Jewelers thing, and God knows who else, right? And not only on the outside, but now on the inside, right? But
it's too big. They can't control it.
Yeah. But Link, what do you think, CGC?
I don't have anything against slabbing. It's not my bag. I just don't like not being able to have access to it. If I don't, it's like some books I probably leave in their case most of the time. Anyways, I do that majority of my books, but I want to be able to flip it open, look through take in the art, the story. So it doesn't bother me either way. I guess it is fucked up. It's fucked up, but I don't slab to begin with, so it's not going to make me slab any more or any less. I probably will never be a slabber like that. But if I was, it would make me take heed and consideration do I really want to be slabbing my books right now, or so many, because I'm sure some people have like a habit of how many books they send off to get slabbed. But if they haven't experienced that, then maybe they're all good. But at the same time, it would make me take heed, and reevaluate how I want to store my books.
I haven't heard many stories, but I have heard one or two, maybe even 3 stories of people saying, "These guys lost my book. Yeah. They lost my book," and I'm like, "How? How did they lose your book?" Like, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, maybe this guy had it. That's crazy. But Babo, what do you think about this, man? Another scandal.
I think it explains a lot, man. Yeah, I've only done it one time where I did a slip submission, during the Great Bottle Up. And that explains a lot, man, because all my books were perfect. They were all 9.9s, and they came back like 9.2, 9. I think this couple switched all my stuff out. That explains everything. Yeah.
This is the coming next scandal, so to speak, with CGC. Is they're starting to pre-screen for 9.9s. We're going to start seeing a lot more 9.9s. If you have a 9.8 that you thought was perfect, you're supposed to resubmit it. You probably get a 9.9.
Oh shit!
So that just means that the 9.8s aren't as worth as much as they used to be. If that indeed happens, this is a lot of speculation, but Bobby, you might have actually had some 10s and 9.9s because CGC doesn't hand those out.
Taqi.
I don't know if I'll do it again. It's expensive. It's a gamble, and it's just like you said, man. You know what you got, and just be happy. Because there's just too much of a risk out there. Right now, anyway, it's just too crazy. Yeah.
That's a question, Taqi. Would Bobby crack a couple open and resubmit them, or would it be worth it? Because
if he's going to sell them,
just learn to grade like
Tell him what comic it is first, Bob. And tell him how many you sent in.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to sell them, that's when you want to slab your book because you get more money when you sell them, and you want a fresh slab. You don't want a slab that's passed hands several times. You don't want something that's been sitting in there for a couple of years. You want to do it right before you sell it. That's when you're supposed, and because where are you going to take it to get your most money? eBay. And that's the beautiful thing about, having a graded book is that we don't have to argue about what the grade is, or we didn't.
Right.
Now I got to see pictures. Now I got to check your rating. I really got to check it to make sure you're a reputable dealer. Because if you're not, then I'm not going to mess with you. And that's the other part of this story here that broke. Is what is eBay's role going to be in this? Because the alleged other perpetrator was an eBay liaison. So what is eBay going to? How are they going to stand behind these people that might have been victimized?
Right. Yeah. No, all great points. What I would ask you, Taq, since you're probably the most experienced of us all with the slabbing stuff.
No, that's Nick. This way.
Nick too. Nick too. I'll ask Nick too. But what do you think it would take to collapse that company? What do you think it would take?
Wow.
No, because 2 scandals.
Yes.
I don't think it's made a dent in their business.
Let me say this. CGC has been incompetent in the way that they've handled this, because they should have been right out in front of it and said, this is not a scandal. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We're protecting the integrity of our company. We had an investigator that went out there and collected evidence against this guy. We weren't able to press criminal charges against him, but we are taking him to civil court. We're suing him for $2 million. And we intend to take that money, and we intend to pay the victims. But where are they? They're letting everybody else tell their story.
Yeah. Yep.
Directly, possibly slander these two people. I mean, I don't know. There are people that have YouTube channels that have no business talking about this. They have no legal background. They're just trying to get views. They're out there telling these people might not even have been served. They might not even know that they were being sued. And they're just putting their name on blast. So, I mean, but see, going back to my point, CGC needs to get in front of it. And they're not.
Wait for the facts. You're saying wait for the facts.
Well, I mean, there might never be quote unquote facts that we could absolutely prove, but let the case. Let it go to court at least.
But I know what Taq is saying, because they started investigating this guy in 2022. We are in 2024, and we are just finding out about this.
Yeah.
So that means they are aware that there were 20-something books that this guy stole from their customers. And I don't know if they told their customers in the 2 years that they've been investigating, we found the guy who stole your freaking book. We're
I mean, even with CBCS, when the guy lost the books that were sent to his house, they tried to get in front of that. They didn't do a real good job. They need to get a PR person.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they need. The attorneys that they're hiring to bring the civil suit, they need to also get a PR person. And CGC is a big company, Phable. They're owned by BlackRock now.
Yeah, I know. And comics isn't their only deal.
Yeah.
Comics isn't their only deal. They do a bunch of other stuff too.
I mean, and I guess part of the thought of it too is like they don't need to do it because they're still the only real game in town, and they think people are just going to do it. So what would take to bankrupt them is you'd have to see Comic Tom be like, I'm no longer slabbing. Like you might even need somebody bigger than him to say like I completely lost trust in this. I'm no longer doing it, and I don't think it needs to go. I mean, I'm not a slab guy either, but I don't think it needs to go there. If I'm going to sell something, maybe I might slab it. Maybe
that would be.
I think there needs to be a place for that in the community.
Yeah, sure. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against it.
Well, while we're at it, Stu, go ahead. Any other thoughts on?
No, this? It's not like I echo what everybody else has said. It's not my bag. I think my personal opinion is slabs are a plastic tomb for comics. Comics are meant to be read, man.
Yeah. I feel you. I respect that.
That's the beauty of them to me, but.
Yeah,
I as Taqi says, I see the value in wanting to get something slabbed if you're just going to have it for collectible purposes, and that process needs to be transparent. There doesn't need to be, and Sal made a great point in the comments, man. What they're paying these people was probably not very much an hour. You're sitting there. How many times how many weeks are going to go by where you're grading multi-$1,000 books where you're not thinking about some shady shit. So like something was bound to happen one way or the other. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you a question when you're ready?
But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the whole deal.
I've got about 25 slabs, and I wouldn't have got one if Bobby hadn't introduced me to them. And my deal is, how much does it cost to get a slab?
Link stop.
How much does it cost to get a slab? Because Bobby knows I won't pay more than $50 to buy a slab. Now, am I buying them under value, or are they worth it, or what? What's the market? What's the market? Because, gentlemen, I'm not selling. I'm buying them for myself to keep them, and maybe my future family will get rid of them, and maybe they can make $1 off them. I don't know.
Yeah,
but if
everybody has a different reason for doing the slab thing. I think some people do it for their family's value. Some people do it to decorate their wall. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different. We can't never judge the slabber, right? We can't do that. We can't regulate them to thinking about money all the time or whatever it is. We really can't.
You're right.
Even though it's the natural inclination. I'm with Taq with that too, where it's like. For me, that service is of value when you're going to sell something of high value.
Yeah,
you want to get the highest amount of money you can for that product, and the person buying it has that guarantee. That's why it's called the guarantee, whatever company, blah blah blah. But Nick, what do you think about all this?
Yeah, well, to answer Brother Joe, it depends on the book. Most modern stuff, it's like $25 to get them slabbed, I think, if I remember correctly, but shipping is also a thing. So like your price point of about $50, that's essentially grading plus shipping plus cover price. You know what I mean? So like that $50 price point for a single book is probably that. So
but you have to submit how many?
You can submit one if you want, but you're going to pay, $25 to ship it and, for the return, give or take $5 or $10 or, whatever it is. Right. So there's that. So your $50 price point's just spot on with that. But
okay.
I probably have 20 to 25 slabs or more myself. And so like Phable was saying, we all have our different reasons for doing it. Mine was for preservation. We made the point earlier that we don't really know in 20 years what it's going to look like. So just rolling the dice there. The other one was display value, right? Like I thought it was interesting on the shelf. It was something I was getting into. I've fallen out of that a little bit more over the years. And like Stu was saying, I enjoy opening those older books, those more valuable books, and flipping through them and reading the stories and enjoying them, which is what they were intended for. So, you know, it's okay to have one frame of mind and then mature out of it or whatever, right? Or and evolve over time. So there's that. I will say that it's going to take a lot more in this to destroy the brand. Unfortunately, like we were saying before, this form of preservation is a great way of reducing those arguments at the sale, right? Like Taqi was saying. So when you go to a con, you're going to see all the high end stuff. They're all going to be graded, most likely. You know what I mean? Because those dealers are not going to sit there for 20 minutes and argue about spine ticks and rolls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they will probably have their highest end stuff graded, so they can just avoid that conversation and they can track sales reliably over time. It's going to take a lot more to destroy the brand. And like you said, they got ahead of this one. Yeah, they were following the guy around for a little while, but you need to build evidence. You can't just throw these kinds of claims around, these kinds of suits around without any evidence, right? So hopefully they're taking some notes and seeing who was affected so they can properly reimburse those people over time. Yeah. But yeah, it's a crappy situation. It's not going to stop me from using the service, honestly, because it's one guy. I mean, how many books do they get shipped a day? Probably thousands a day. And this guy made a very, very small dent. Who knows how long he's been doing it, and maybe there's more people involved. Who knows? But like, the service is needed in a collectible industry like this, unfortunately. Yep. And you know, they're the biggest name in the game right now.
And then Nick, I want to ask you. We were talking about high dollar comic books. The average man who wants to send low dollar comic books is relatively safe.
Yeah, I mean, if you were into that kind of stuff, I can't imagine you'd be into the, you know, a cover price value book.
Right.
You know what I mean? This guy was targeting books that were hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? If you're going to be doing some shady stuff, you'd think that you'd be making it worth your while.
Right.
You know what I mean? Targeting those specific books. He wasn't grabbing the last week's, you know, number whatever off the shelf and trying to make $50. He was trying to make $1,000 at a time, you know?
Right. Because one of mine that Bobby sent in was a Peach Momoko. Now I'm happy to have a Peach Momoko.
Sure.
And, you know, it's not worth nothing, but I still have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's worth something for you.
And it's worth something.
Yeah.
It's worth something.
It'd be worth something. Yeah. I've had one really bad experience where, and Phable, what you said earlier, like sparked my memory, getting a book back and thinking like, that's not even my book. You know, I've had that happen one time, and it was with my Usagi Yojimbo #1. I sent that one in and I inspected the hell out of that thing. And we inspected it as a team at Cadets as well. Like I had all the guys with me.
Damn.
They were looking at the book. We were going through it. It was like, you know, we sent it out for a 9.8 pre-screen and it came back rejected. It was like one of only 2 out of the 27 that we sent off. So like our rating is pretty good. Like our, you know, and so it came back with like a chunk. If you look at the spine bottom below the last staple, there was a chunk missing on the spine. Wow. And I'm like, that's that. There's no way we all missed that on a 9.8 pre-screen. Every one of us missed it. Are you serious? But then when you email them, they're just like, well, did you have proof of that not existing prior to sending it? So big lesson learned. If you do send anything, take video evidence of your book, video recordings, 50 pictures of that book, especially if it's worth anything.
Wow.
At the highest resolution that you
at the highest resolution.
Yeah.
Make sure you have the documentation.
You have to slab it before you send it in.
Make sure you have the documentation of the condition of the book. It is clear as day as possible before you ship it in there. So when you do get something back and you do see a spine tick and you see a 9.6, and you can look back at your pictures and say, that didn't exist before I sent it to you.
You want to provide no disputable evidence.
Yeah. Right. You want to provide proof of condition prior to when you sent it, in case it comes back and there's some shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's a lesson I had to learn the hard way.
It's boiling down to that. It's boiling down to that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to go through that on a Usagi #1. That fucking blows.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what, exactly, Taqi. I was like, it blew all of our minds, you know, because we all looked at it at the table before it went
Well,
in.
you would have definitely caught that.
Oh well, yeah,
I mean, it's a
very
93 screen. That book is probably like now like a 7.5 or something.
Who knows?
Yeah, and that's
it was heartbreaking.
That's why when everybody's saying, "Oh, that's not my book" or whatever, they didn't have this or this is the wrong grade. You know, this is what may be going on. This might explain some of these instances.
Who knows, man? When you hear things like this and you had those experiences, it's very difficult to not draw those lines, you know.
Just like you and Bobby. You guys ain't no joke. So if you submit something, you know you're doing the best you can. And then it comes back at a lower grade, you say, what the hell happened?
Yeah. No, absolutely. It'll never go away because it supports too much, right? It's like the reason why the government bailed out the car companies, right? You'd be like, fuck those car companies. But if they would have went out of business, this whole country would have collapsed. Believe that they are a backbone in our financial, you know.
It's a necessary evil.
Yeah, a necessary evil, right? So this is one of those. The CGC will not go away just because it's a necessary evil. And not only that, if it does go away, there's about 4 companies right in line waiting to take its place. There will always be some sort of slabbing, holdering kind of thing, and in a sense, the potential to cheat whatever slab or holder company that exists, you know what I mean? But
Phable, how many people in the chat?
I got 11 right now.
Hey,
okay.
Decent.
Even though you think we're big fish, we're just a little fish in the community. There's a billion people out there submitting and dealing in comics. So is it going to affect their judgment on what they're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. It should. You should consider it for sure. But Mike said that's wild, bro. I know someone, they swiped his first print Ultimate Fallout 4 for a second print and said, sorry, nothing we can do. That's crazy.
The type of evidence that you need to prove that is it's extremely hard. It's not everything that you could possibly present could be easily fabricated, unfortunately.
Exactly.
You could say that's somebody else. That was a different book. You're trying to trick us. So
that was AI, man. You're trying to get us with some AI shit.
I don't know.
You have to literally, like, I think the only way you can dispute it really is to take video, get a video of you inspecting the book, putting it in the bag and board, packaging it up, putting it in there, slapping the CGC on there, and taking it to the office.
Or showing up as like a,
you know what I mean?
Show up as an unexpected visitor in one of those in-house signings. You're like,
I mean, they used to take submissions, so that's one. But
they don't take in-person submissions anymore.
Okay.
If you, I've been to the headquarters and submitted a couple books before. That's a cool experience, but that's the only other way, because you actually so when you do a physical submission, when you're physically there, you sit down at a table and it's like it looks like a doctor's office. It's really strange, but you sit down at this big wooden table and the representatives sit across from you, and then you present the book to them, and then they look at the book and they give you sheets of paper and you fill it out right there, right? You fill the form out, your name, your address, the grade. I mean, you can probably come with that, but I went there to fill it out. And then they'll take the book from you at that point. So that's the last time you get to see it and inspect the condition of it. And I don't know if you can talk damage at that point. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I know there's a spine tick. You don't want to give away too many things, right? You don't give them ammunition, but it was an interesting experience. That's probably the safest way to do it, right? Because once it hits shipping, you have no idea what it's going to go through.
That sounds so wild. Like you're giving your child off to be. Like...
Yeah, it was a weird experience for sure.
I'm telling you. If you learn how to do things yourself, you won't need anyone else to do it for you. Learn how to grade. Taqi.
Gotta get that eye.
Well, just to be able to say you know what you have too. So when you're buying a slab, you could say, "Hey, why does this book look like a 6 and it's inside of an 8.5 case?"
Yeah.
Damn.
Absolutely.
Damn, I don't know why you guys don't do more. Shit, I see Stef as a movie critic. I see Taqi as a comic book grader. Nick, the professor, he could do the job. I mean, come on, get out there and fucking put your 2 cents in and make the world better.
I want to be a urologist. I meant to say gynecologist, but you know.
Road Collector said, I feel like slabs don't even look great on display. I don't really get the feel, but to each their own. Yeah, everybody's different, man. I'm with you, Rogue. I'm not a big slab guy. I don't miss them. I don't feel like I need them in my life. But I don't mind having them either because I've been gifted a slab. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty freaking cool. And I will display it. But that's about it. That's where I go with that. I swear I think Taqi was a pimp in his younger years. No offense.
I know
Rose Station.
That's sex trafficker if you're
They just have to grade 9.9 Ultimate Fallout, and everyone will be sending theirs in again to see if they can get a 9.9. So that's what Taq was saying.
Yeah, that will.
Danka in the house saying station, everyone full panel. Let's go station chat. What up?
Oh.
Also, TPD in the house. Trade paper dad. How are you? Saying too big to fail. Yeah, agreed 100%. All right, guys, that was the news, man. Thank you. Man, 4 bits of news and it took up the whole 2 hours, bro. No rapid fire. You said something, Brother Joe? I don't know if
No, I just said wow. I mean, I left and came back and you're still rolling.
I know. But yeah, let's get to the blaming, everybody.
Why don't I own this? Why don't I own this?
All right, man. Anybody want to skip the blaming this round before we go into it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Brother Joe. All right, so I'll start it off, and then we'll end it with Phable. Phable's going to take us home. All right, so let me highlight myself. There we go. Now, last week I didn't have any blaming. Oh, no, I did have a blame. I showed the stuff that that was sent to me. But this week I did get some figures. So I got about five in one shot. Freaking crazy. This week was nuts, but pretty cool ones. Pretty cool ones. So first up, I got this. So I don't know if you guys can see that. He's really small, right? And I don't you guys ever see the Bumblebee movie?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Bumblebee movie
classic.
Had in my opinion the best versions, like movie versions of the original G1 Transformers. But they only showed a bunch of them in the first 2 minutes of the movie, and then the rest of the movie was just Bumblebee and Optimus Prime, and that's it. But there's a lot of characters that they actually cut from that movie, and they did have concept art for these characters. One of them is this guy right here. So Soundwave, you know Soundwave, right? He's the guy who ejects the cassettes. He was in that Bumblebee movie, but the only cassette you saw him eject was Ravage, right? The little panther robot that he has. Well, this is how Rumble would have looked if he was in that movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So this is based on concept art. Yeah, jeez. Concept art.
Is that through Hasbro or who is that?
It's Hasbro. Man, they're coming out with a Megatron. They never had Megatron in the Bumblebee movie. And the concept Megatron is sick. When you see it, you're going to be like...
a great concept.
Yeah, you're going to be like, why didn't they have him in the movie? But yeah, so I got this.
That's cool.
Another one I got is pretty cool is... Have you guys ever played the War for Cybertron video game on Xbox 360 and PS3?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the best regarded Transformers video games out there. And they started coming out with figures from that video game. So this is Studio Series War for Cybertron Starscream.
That's cool. I like the colors in that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Based on the video game. So that's awesome.
Is that a mace? What is he holding there? Like
a mace, yeah.
Good Lord.
Mace, yeah.
God.
Fire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So got that. Another Studio Series. Studio Series is like my favorite line, I swear to God. But this one's from the 86 movie, right? So you guys all saw the 86 movie. You remember the Junkions at the end of the movie, the garbage guys that kind of fix Ultra Magnus, and then they sing that weird ass Al Yankovic song. Well, they've been coming out with those, and they've already released 2, and now they've released a 3rd Junkion. So this is awesome. And all of these guys turn into motorcycles, which is another dope thing. All different kinds of motorcycles. So this is the 3rd Junkion released. There's about 30 of them, so I'm pretty sure they're not going to stop here.
Phable doing his Michael Corleone thing.
Bro, what's the number on like Transformers figures that you own? Do you have any idea?
I know it.
I'm well over 100 for sure.
Okay.
I'm well over 100 for sure.
Every time Phable shows us off, he says, "I'm getting out of the business. I'm going to get out of the business." But then, just like the mafia, they keep drawing him back.
So the last one I got is another one of those Beast Wars versus 2-packs. So basically what it is they take, they came out with Beast Wars figures earlier, a couple years ago, right? But they weren't necessarily painted cartoon accurate, right? And I'm a big cartoon accuracy guy.
Yeah.
I want my figures to look exactly how they looked on the television show. The more closer, the better for me. So in Japan, which of course is Japan because they're the coolest, they took the Beast Wars figures, re-released them in versus 2-packs like a fighting game. So awesome. And this one is Rat Trap versus Pterosaur.
Oh, that's dope.
So if you like the little rat and the Pteranodon, and they are premium painted, so they have extremely cartoon accurate paint job.
Yeah.
That is Rat Trap and Pterosaur in the homage Japanese packaging that they came out with back in the day.
Nice.
Those are sick, dude.
So yeah, love that. That is my blaming. Transformers, almost all the time. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to show off. One more thing. Well, first of all, I bought a few comic books, right? But I'm not going to show any of them off because they're just back issues and stuff you've already seen. But I wanted to show this one off because I don't see too many people talking about these. I love Marvel Tales. You know, if you like old reprints of comics, collections of arcs and stuff like that, this is like the cheapest paperback, you know what I mean, trade that you can get out there. And Marvel releases these things. But I get it if you don't see them in your comic shops because maybe comic shops don't carry them. I don't understand why when they talk about back issues, selling so much in their shops. But yeah, this is when the ROM and the X-Men crossed over in the ROM series.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Never seen that.
Nice cover. Yeah, I love
that cover. Yeah, same.
Yeah, absolutely. Dope cover. This is Bradshaw, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got good Wolverine fighting with Rom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bradshaw's got a very Art Adams. It's hard to tell. Sometimes I have to take a close look.
You gotta look sometimes. Yeah. Also, I told this story before, but I'll tell it again because it's important. But when Ultimate Spider-Man came out, I missed it. I didn't get any copies. I didn't know it was going to sell out. I always thought I can go back and get it. So when I realized that wasn't a reality and that I was going to have to pay $30 to $50 or whatever the hell there is that they're charging for these comics, I was just saddened because I'm at a point in my life where I can't afford to pay $50 for one comic book. I mean, I would love to. I love Jonathan Hickman. To me, he's worth it. You know what I mean? I don't mind sometimes, especially if I missed it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But I didn't have any. So I put it out there, I guess, in the chat, and a couple of the fellas hit me up, and they sent me some Ultimate Spider-Man. So I just wanted to show that off real quick. First off, I'll show this one. I think I showed it already. This is the Nick Klein, right? I went into a comic shop and found this in the comic shop. Actually, the guy held it for me because I asked him about it. And he, I called him and he's like, yeah, I think I got one in. Come on in. And, I got one cover price. He could have charged me $10, $15, whatever it was for this. And he didn't. So major shout out to him. Exile Comics in the Bronx. And also, my boy Bobo hit me up, our guest of honor today. And this is another reason why I want to feature Bobo, because this is stuff that Bobo does all the time. He hits me up.
He does this shit all the time. And
he does it all the time. So he hit me up and he said, yo, my brother, I went to Clint's. I saw a copy of that Ultimate Spider-Man. I picked it up. I'm sending it your way. So he picked up the Ben Reilly, Marco Cicchetto variant for Ultimate Spider-Man and sent it to me. Thank you, Bobo. Much love, man. You know, I got you for life, brother. Thank you.
Happy to do it, man.
But not only that, our brother Eric the Stash the Ranch also hit me up and was like, yo, brother, my comic shop held 2 covers for me. I'm going to send them both to you. I said, holy crap, what the hell? You know what I mean? So he got me the J. Scott Campbell cover.
Yeah.
And he got me the Ryan Stegman. And this is my favorite cover. I know everybody loves a cover A, and I do too. And I still want a copy of cover A. But I don't know. Nothing represents this title to me more than this cover right here.
That's fire. Yeah. That's
Happy Holidays, the Parkers. So, yeah, man, I went from having no Ultimate Spider-Mans to having 4 Ultimate Spider-Man because of my friends and this community and the love that we all have for each other. So, wanted to show that off. That's my blaming. All right.
That's a good one.
Let me go to my brother Nick.
Ooh. Okay. So we're gonna end big, but we're gonna start small here. So Lilo and Stitch, they came out with a new Dynamite book. So I went ahead and grabbed that number 1. The only reason I bring this up is because it's like they're also my 2 favorite Lorcana cards as well. I know you can't see that at all. There we go. So we got Rockstar Stitch and we have Lilo over here.
They're fire. Yeah.
And I'm building a deck with little Lilo right now, and Rockstar Stitch is kind of like out of meta at this point, but still a cool. Oh, you're not going to focus, are you? Still a cool concept, at least. It's not going to focus anyway. So I thought it was kind of cool that they had a comic and then I was still playing and using those cards. So I think that's pretty
fire,
cool.
dude.
Ohana means family.
That's right. We need so we were talking about Supergirl, we were talking about CGC. So how about like a meta thing? How about a 99 tomorrow?
Let's go.
I gotta make sure.
I knew it.
It looks like a 6, so I gotta crack it open. I gotta see. No.
Nick is always playing comic stories. He's always playing comic stories.
Yeah. The theme was swords, so I got that one right there. For some reason, like a couple years ago, and I haven't owned up to it last year though. I was getting 9/8 of my favorite books of the year, right? And so usually, since they're modern books or like books that nobody really cares about, they're super cheap. So like Brother Joe's $50 price point. That's what I got most of these.
Nice.
Like Crimson Cage, and then I got Radio Apocalypse, and then I had Supergirl. All those for like less than like $40 or something like that. So that was one of those pickups. I have a feeling that one's going to go up a little bit now that we have the news and everything, but I don't know. Who knows? And then, like I always try to do, I like to do a little show and tell with in the theme of our guest, right?
There you go.
Here's some Bobby originals right here. Oh, come on. You got to focus though on this thing.
Scared.
Let's see. Let me put
a
thing up.
Who is it?
Is it not gonna it's not gonna do it? Oh, come on.
There it is.
There we go.
It's a night nurse. It's a nurse.
Yeah.
Like Two-Face, zombified.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's really awesome. In the Pez dispenser. And then
now tell me that thing doesn't look, everybody in the chat, man, tell me that thing doesn't look like it came like that. Right? Like it was some part of some nightmare horror pack or something. I mean, Bobo is amazing, bro.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
The reason is because you're in the medical field.
Yeah, so I'm a registered nurse and I worked nights, and so I got this around the time when I was like coming out of all that stuff and everything, and I was a night nurse, and he sends me a nurse that I call the night nurse. This one's got some battle damage. This is the battle damage Darth Vader. It did not come like that, but over time, and Bobby, I got to fix it up, but this is a cool like Viking, like Darth Vader kind of a thing. So absolutely love that as well.
I love that.
It is so cool. And so I display these proudly over on my shelf, and I show everybody whenever they come over, like, these are the Bobby originals, man. Look at these things. They're so cool. So yeah, dude, I love those so much. So thanks again for doing that. That's so awesome. And yeah, they're always in my background in all my videos and stuff. So thanks so much.
That was awesome, dude. Yeah. Stu, what do you have for us?
All right, so went to the comic shop, got a bunch of great back issues that I thought I would share today because that's kind of what I got. So yeah. All right. Starting off, this is a Blame Phable original right here.
That's nice.
You shipped this one. You shipped this one not that long ago, and I had to get that one, bro. Some Simonson, Frank Miller, RoboCop, Terminator.
It's awesome.
Hell yeah!
This was a Nick.
I need a copy of that, man.
That's dope.
I'll take the blame for that one, Bob.
Inspired by right there.
John I love that comic, Stu. That's where the Thing knocks out Galactus. The spoiler alert. Yeah, the Thing.
Oh, good. For me, man. I've been slowly putting together the burn Fantastic Four run. This run is surprisingly cheap to put together still. So
nice.
Richard Corbin doing HP Lovecraft.
I love Corbin.
There you go.
Yeah, bro. What else we got? We got some old school 90s Superman.
There you go.
The mullet.
We got the John Byrne homage.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Ooh, Bizarro.
Some Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. I've been trying to get all these like the Daredevil yellow, the Hulk. Like Link inspired me to get the Gray Hulk, and so I got it. I was lucky enough to find a couple Captain Americas. Some Mike Del Mundo Carnage.
Nice.
I think this one today, some Art Adams Fantastic Four.
You got that for me, right? You got that for me. Admit it.
Of course, man. Yeah. Some Uncle Frank, Daredevil. This issue right here was so fucking cool. Just one of like, and I haven't read this whole run all together or whatever, but just reading this issue by itself, Elektra was such a badass.
Oh yeah.
I love Ben Urich as the narrater. I can't.
That's pre crunchiness, bro. That's pre crunchiness.
It is.
Pre scoliosis. Yeah. Some Tex Sabertooth. Put this one up earlier.
Yeah.
You got that one for me too. That was going.
Yeah. Of course. 300.
Nice.
Of course.
Nice.
Origin of the Wolvie blue and yellow suit. So it was it was a good week. Shout out to my homie on Instagram, Comics for Cheap, who always has great sales as well, which a couple of those came from. But yeah, good, a bad week for new releases, a great week for back issues.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure.
And I gotta blame you at least 3 times on that one. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw that Larson and I had to get that.
Oh yeah. Listen, Link. What do you got for us, brother?
This is showed this off before, but since Nick beat me to it, but
let's do it.
That's just hot, though. I like that one a lot, bro.
Man, Bobby.
That one is fire.
I don't know why you chose Pez's.
That's like the Death in the Family, like Joker with his face kind of. Dude, that's so sick. Yeah.
It's got the staples around the edge around there. That's so cool.
That is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Great stuff, Bobo. Great stuff.
Wow.
I got it. Yeah.
That's all I have.
I got to get this thing. Yeah.
That was awesome, man.
Damn, brother.
Yeah.
All
good
right,
blaming.
my brother. Taqi, what you got for us, brother?
Well, first off, let's show my Bobby Daily. This is basically me when I be chilling with Selena. She makes me dress like this, but it's okay because it doesn't stay on too long.
I wanted that so bad. When he showed me. Speaking of Catwoman, yeah.
Oh, I gotta give the backstory for my Blank Phable, the vindication, vindictive run here today. So I finally missed out on something that I really, really wanted, and I don't know if I still want it or not, but I'm not chasing it. There's a book that came out I found out about it way too late because I'm old and I'm out of the game now. I think I'm kind of retired from collecting, not covers from this character, but definitely I've been retired from the retailer exclusives. So I'm done with that junk. But maybe the ratio variants. Now I'm gonna just hang my cleats up because the flippers got me this time, and they didn't get me because I didn't pay them. I don't feed flippers, but anyway. So there's an X23 cover that came out this week. Arthur Adams. It's Wolverine number 42B, the 1 in 25. I found out about it Monday. It got so bad. I call my LCS. I usually don't call my LCS because I like to leave those copies for his other customers, but fuck them. So I called him to try to get it. He said, I was with him for like 2 hours a day before. He was like, you're with me 2 hours. Why didn't you tell me you wanted it? Somebody claimed it last night. So it just there's some other things that happened where I thought I had it, didn't pan out. So it's all good because I got this.
Nice. There we go.
I got this.
Nice.
See, there's nothing when you miss out. You just need to go back and you need to go look at what you do have. Like Venom. Venom number. What issue is this? Venom 13.2.
Yeah, you're gonna have Link blaming you all through this session, huh?
Look, we got the design variant for All New Wolverine 1. X23 Captain Universe.
Nice, hell yeah.
We have the ratio for Wolverines number 3. We have Secret Wars number 4. I love this one. It's got all the different Wolverines on the cover.
Was that
that?
What the hell?
Did that?
Are you talking to the wrong
You're going too fast.
collector here?
No, last one. One before that one.
I'm not sure who did this one either.
Oh,
yeah,
that looks like Ghetto, man.
Right? Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never
this was
seen
a hard
that one.
I've never seen that one. That one's great.
Jeez.
We got I like to throw some new stuff in there. So we got
I
love
and
that
her
one.
sister Gabby.
Yeah.
And then we got Women of Marvel on the double book.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this I think this was a ratio too.
Wow.
All New X-Men number 20.
Nice.
CEO's Craig Kyle, baby.
Wait, who was it? Link?
Oh, Chrysios Craig Kyle.
Yeah.
Creators of X23.
And then we got X23.
Whoa.
Secret, I forgot what the title was for this one.
Oh, wow.
So this is volume 2.
That's fire,
crazy.
Dude.
It's not considered the second Deep Target. It's not considered the second volume, but I consider it the second volume because it came out right after the first X23 run.
I didn't recognize that art.
Sinkovich.
Oh, is it?
Is that the one?
It kind of looks like Sinkovich. I'm not sure if it is. But
what'd you say, Stef?
Yeah, that's fire, dude.
Is that that's the miniseries where Mike Choi drew? Okay, yeah. I consider that the second series too.
Yeah, because it came out in like 2006, right after the 2005 one.
Yep.
But they could some places consider that one shot, the Women of Marvel one shot, is the second volume, and some people consider it the actual X23 is the second volume, the Marjorie Lau run.
Is the first volume of Tom Taylor?
Okay.
Is the Tom Taylor run the first volume?
No, that's All New Wolverine. So that's like one of the final volumes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
what's the first volume? Who wrote the first volume of X23 or the first incarnation?
Craig Kyle, Chris Yost.
Okay.
Chris Yost, Craig Kyle. Yeah. They created her in X-Men Evolution and then ended up writing comics and brought her into the comics as well. Did Chris Claremont debut her in X-Men before she popped up, or because wasn't she in NYX?
Before, though.
There you go.
I think this is after.
Okay.
So this is her appearance with X-Men.
Isn't the cover where X-Men are looking at her and all you see is like her shadow or something like that? And
that might be the first one.
That her claws.
Yeah.
I have that one in the back. Yeah, I think that's her first in that.
And then this one is.
That's got to be.
Nice.
That's the one. The first miniseries.
Yeah.
Right.
So sometimes some people even said this was her first appearance for a while before she got really hot, and then it was discovered that it's the NYX.
Yeah, it depends on like what iteration, maybe. Yeah.
Well, I used to argue that the NYX wasn't a clean, like it wasn't.
Like a proper introduction.
It's her. When you read it, it's like, okay, yeah, that's X23.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Who was y'all's favorite run? Because I love that Tom Taylor run, but I don't know. I'm not as well versed on the character as y'all are. What run is y'all's favorite with Laura?
Marjorie Lau for me.
How about you, Link?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of her earlier stuff. Like, I like how she was written during the because Craig Kyle and Chris Yost wrote New X-Men, and which she was in it eventually. And then she was in their X-Force series, which was kind of like a semi-sequel to their. They picked up a lot of plot threads from New X-Men and continued them in X-Force. So I liked how she was written during that time period. I do like the all-new X-Men run, but I felt like Tom Taylor turned her into a bit of too much of a regular teenager too quickly. You know, like she's. It's not bad though. It's not bad, but it was such a distinct contrast from how she had been portrayed beforehand for me.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because that was like my
she was Wolverine at that point though as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, Wolverine. Yeah.
So I mean, and Logan was gone, and then Old Man Logan made an appearance in there, but it still wasn't. You know, it wasn't the same as Logan actually being there.
Right.
And then I think Tom Taylor was smart to bring Gabby in. You know, to kind of, saying, well, this is the next generation, so to speak, even though it's not a clear balance. Yeah. And comedy relief as well. So this is a copy of a Marjorie Lau. Oh wait, this is wow. So this is what happens when you have the same title with different volumes. I know I have a Marjorie Lau in here somewhere.
I think that was a lot.
Yeah. There we go.
Look at that cover swag.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, is that
one
John?
I was hunting for a while, and I got it at my LCS.
Nice.
So this is when she was battling Dakin.
Isn't that a Daredevil?
Yeah, it's the
Daredevil homage.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. Good lord.
And then, this is when she's
Taqi,
battling Dakin.
Who's cover art on the homage one?
It doesn't say. I'd have to look it up.
And that's fine.
Wow.
It was badass, and if it's John Cassidy,
man, if it's John Cassidy,
been getting a bad rep.
People are worried about John Cassidy at this point.
Man, I don't know.
I don't know if I lost track of what I was showing off here. Here's another from Old New Wolverine. Here's from the.
You were just showing off every X23 cover that ever came out. That's
I don't have them all. That Lucio Perillo, I actually held it. I held the Lucio Perillo X23 in my hands, and that's about as good as I'm be able to get on that $1,000 book. That's even bigger than her first appearance.
Wow.
So
that's your blaming?
That's my blaming, guys. I'm gonna.
Shit, dude.
I feel better. I felt better after I went through my collection. I was like, yeah, I got all these songs. You could have your Art Adams.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You took your Art Adams incentive money and just bought all that shit. That's
well, I mean, I wish it was a story, but that's not the case. It's time. It's time. You know, a year ago they wouldn't have caught me at all, but it's getting to be that time where my collection is big. I'm satisfied. I have a lot of good books. We need an X23 title.
Man, what? Amen.
Yeah, I mean that Deadly Regenesis was okay. It was okay.
Yeah, but, it wasn't great.
Yeah, it wasn't great. And I think that I forgot who the writer was for the last X23 title from 2018. But I didn't think I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Juan Cabal was on art, wasn't it? And Mariko was it? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, Mariko. It was like a Japanese name.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I remember that one.
I thought it was okay. There was some big moments there, like when she had her clone come and that issue is worth a lot of money, but she needs her own title, and I'm very sad as to what they did with Talon.
Yeah.
If you guys spoilers, if you guys have been reading X-Men. So you have to. I didn't tell you what happened to Talon, but something happened to her.
Well, I was gonna say. Go ahead,
well, they had to tie that up. That was a loose end that they needed to tie. I think
it's still not tied up yet.
I know.
I kind of see the writing on the wall.
Yeah, it is a weird predicament that her and somebody else are in.
Taqi, yeah.
Thank you, Sal.
There you go. All right, so I was gonna say that's gonna be pretty hard to follow up, but I have a feeling that this man right here can indeed follow that up.
Man, tough to follow up, like you said, man. But yeah, this is my official first time on the Blame Phable show. So if y'all indulge me, I want to show out a little bit. Yeah. I got some books here. I got at Clint's, you know what I'm saying? Them at it's some newer books, but this one here supporting
there it is.
Yeah.
Supporting the community. Yeah, I got my David Mack. Yeah.
Mac nice.
There you go.
Comic Tom, Fire Guy Ryan right there. Yeah. Crash Down.
Nice.
Go.
Hey, Ryan and Tom, mine's in the mail. Ryan and Tom, mine's in the mail.
Mine as well.
My LCF, they hooked me up with this one. That Kid Venom is the one per shop or whatever. That exclusive. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Comic, the lady, I love her. Yeah, this was that Batman Off-World. I'm digging that because that Jason Aaron, he's in town here. He lives around here, and Doug Mankey. They're going to be here at Planet Comic-Con. So I'm trying to get this series, double autograph when they come through in March. Yeah, they're coming through in March.
It's a great series.
He's one of my favorite writers.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, moving right along. Yeah, that World's Finest Annual. That's the new one.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't see that cover. That's cool.
That's fine.
Mark Wade and Colin Bunn. Yeah, they're coming in also in March. So hopefully get a couple of stamps on that one. Yeah.
You get to meet Colin Bunn for the first time.
Yeah, me and him we're old sparring partners. Yeah, he's a good guy. I got my chrome power.
I can't see.
Get a little closer to the camera. There you go. Keep put it up. Okay, there you go.
Taqi, we talked about your blood pressure, Taqi.
There you go. I'm my doctor.
I'm glad Herm's not here. I'm glad Herm's not here because he'll be blinded with that foil.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was a cover by. I just had to get that one. I always like that. That
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bobby.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's
Just
good.
got Taqi.
Yep.
Superior Spider-Man. Yeah, with that one, and then this one here meant a lot to me. This is Adam Hughes. Yeah.
Wow.
And it just was on a swimsuit issue, but they put it on that cover of White Widow #1. And I met Adam Hughes.
See this one, bro.
That's a Blame Taqi right there.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
That's a nice one. Yeah.
I got that one, but I couldn't get the damn art out. No, I'm joking.
I was gonna say that was in your video a couple of weeks ago, right?
Dead X-Men.
I love that Eastman variant.
Kevin
yeah, we know you do.
Yeah. Kevin Eastman, he's coming to town. He's coming. Maybe I might get that one signed. I'm gonna try. But this one right here, yeah, this was an homage to the Infinity Gauntlet. It has a very Perez feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love that. I had to get it. Yeah. Avengers Inc. Yeah. It just. I love it.
It's had some great covers. Like I haven't read a single issue of that, but they've had some great covers.
Nice.
Twilight Avengers.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's one of the rarest books. That's the rarest book that came out this past week because everybody got shorted.
That's the cover I got.
Yeah.
I like that. This Wolverine 4042. They've been getting down. It's it's a pretty wild. Him and Sabretooth are getting down to a bloody match. I like these covers that have the. It's like a trading card on the back. It's got artwork too. It's got stats and it talks about it. Yeah. So if I see these, that's usually the cover I go with.
Oh yeah.
And I spec'd on this. Yeah.
Man thing. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. 2099. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. went, Bobo?
Awesome.
You went a little crazy there, boy.
Yeah, I got the some blank covers. Yeah, my FPS hooked me up. Yeah, there's the Ghost Machine. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I can't wait to see what you put on that.
Yep.
She gave me this berserker. My the lady at Clint's, yeah, she gave me a berserker. Yeah, I'm thinking about putting Chris Jones on there for the Chiefs. Yeah, because he's gonna go berserk. Yeah.
Nobody knows who that is but us.
And that's what, you know what I'm saying? We covered a lot of news with pop culture and stuff, but we was, you know, a lot of bad news and trafficking and common trafficking and this and that. But we didn't cover some big news. That's going to be the big game, and that's coming up in not this week, but next week. Yeah.
Nice.
That's gonna be
I love that. I love that intro.
I already know
Very
what you're
well
putting
done.
on there, man. I already know what you're gonna put.
Yeah, holding that trophy on high. Yeah.
Wow.
But here, if you indulge me, yeah, this is one that I did. One of my Deadpool.
Look at this shit.
Yeah.
Everybody.
No,
I'm good.
Here's my Packers contract.
Okay, yeah.
I got one more thing, man. This is Blame Phable right here, man, because this is for my mom's. Yeah, that I did this lamp like 5-6 years ago, and she's always been bugging me, man. She wants me to show this, you know what I mean? And she's been bugging me left and right. So yeah, I told her I was going to be on Blame Phable. So she said, you know, my mom, she's almost 90. She's in her late 80s, and she's a fan of the show because when I get to she doesn't know about YouTube or number. When I go over there, I put it on so I can show Brother Joe singing the intro. And,
that's sweet.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
she's a big fan. Yeah, she's a big fan of you guys in the show, man. So I'm gonna pick up my phone. I hope I can display it. I'm gonna bring it right over here to this lamp. This is a lamp that I did. It's also for Figgy Friday. Oh shit! I'm gonna it up.
Easy.
Yeah, but, yeah.
Oh shit!
What?
This is a lamp that I did that my mom showed me. Somebody did a DUI or a DYI or whatever of the. They made this lamp, and so I thought I'd do my hand at it. And so yeah, it's just got all these figures, and it's got moving parts. It's it does.
What the hell, dude?
That's so sick.
That was originally one of those octopus lamps that have a bunch of lights on it. So Bobby refurbished it and did his thing. And he had
It's got McDonald's
cups on there?
This is all, it's got McDonald's cups for the lights, and this is all recycled, repurposed. It's got Spider-Man, it's got the lizard all around the base. I did a story, in my mind I did a story with it, but yeah, so this is for you, Bomb. I'm showing it off. Yeah, this is
holy crap,
Lord,
man.
dude.
That's insane.
Yeah, there's Dr. Doom right there. See, he's holding the crystal. Yeah, he's holding the Infinity. Yeah. You could look at this for a while. It's got a lot going on. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, Nick. Pablo.
So thanks for indulging me, man.
Wow. That was awesome, man. Good job.
That was crazy, dude.
That was awesome, man.
Oh man. Did he drop out right after that?
Not.
Oh,
I think he might have on accident.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man. All right, guys. That was a great blaming. This was a long show, man. 2.5 hours. I don't think our chat made it with us.
We have a chat. We're live.
But our man, Chill Out Man, is still with us. Our man Sal's still with us. We got a couple people in the house. Thanks, guys, for hanging out tonight. It's a lot of fun hanging with you guys. What's up, Brother Joe?
Let me end it for you when you're ready.
Okay.
You don't bring me flowers. Come on, Brother Joe.
Oh man. So yeah, before we get out of here, Link, my brother, you got anything going on you want to tell the people before we get out?
Supreme Clientele every Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Dr. Doom's fan club.
Great. That's a great show. Great show.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that,
Brother Joe.
Taq, my brother, what do you got going on, man?
We got Matt Baker tomorrow, and I'm hoping to do like other content for Black History Month.
Nice.
Christopher Priest's first run. I'm gonna try to cover this. Try to do some milestone stuff.
That's your set tomorrow, right?
There you go, Phable. I'll take a picture of it. I'll give it up there right now.
He's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, man. My brother Stu, thanks for joining us tonight, brother. What you got coming up?
Of course, man. Yeah, Supreme Clientele, like Nick, or like Link said, my bad. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock on the Dr. Doom's YouTube channel. Talk, dude. What's Priest's first run? Out of curiosity, I'm a huge fan.
What's
Priest's first run that
This
you're
one.
covering?
Falcon.
Oh hell yeah!
It's a 4-issue series.
There you go.
I'm not sure what year it's from.
That's awesome. I'm a big Priest fan, so
Yeah, he's got a lot of interviews right now. Dynamite's pushing him for his Vampirella 666.
Yeah,
very interesting stuff because he's had such a long career and it's been everywhere. So
he really has.
Really has, yeah.
From editor to writer to giving guys their first shot
to the whole Hobgoblin scandal, to Black Panther,
to
Superman Lost,
yeah.
That Deathstroke run when I first started collecting comics in 2018.
Dude, Deathstroke run was, oh my god, I love that run so much. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, sorry to. I was curious. I saw talk
going on.
My bad.
My brother Nick, man, as always, thanks for joining us tonight. My brother, what you got coming up?
Tomorrow night, Nick at Night, comic book review show. What is that? 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's in the can right now. And just my normal weekly stuff. And then I think tomorrow afternoon I'm going to be filming something with Verno and Eric. So that's going to be kind of cool. I'll let them announce. I'll let Verno announce what that's going to be and when that's going to be coming out. But looking forward to it. And I think that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, no doubt, my brother. Thanks again for joining us tonight.
Absolutely.
Of course, you can catch me every Friday. I was going to say Saturday. Look at that. Every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Our next guest next Friday will be Puff Comics, man. Puff is going to come join us, hang out with us. I have plenty of questions for that brother. I cannot wait to hang out with Puff. Come out next Friday. If you got some time, come hang with us. I promise the show won't be 2.5 hours. I'm going to have to do some retooling.
Oh, shit.
And you got rid of rapid fire tonight. You only had four topics.
I know. But yeah, man, come hang with us next Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern for a good time. And man, there's only one thing left to say. Brother Joe, yeah, go ahead.
You don't bring me flowers.
Let's end this on my favorite song. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh and sing a song. It seems like just when we get started, it's time to say so long. Now,
Peach Momoko.
Yeah. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. Station.
Station, guys.
Where's my brain?
The Peach Memo Go.